bit of a vision problem. I think I looked into the light. This happens now and again where I get a bit fuzzy-eyed because I look into something like bright monitors and stuff. It's affected my eyes a little bit.
I recommend Alloway eye drops. They're very helpful to me.
Yeah.
They didn't help my vision, but they help with dry eyes when I don't blink enough, staring at screens all day.
I would do that, but last time I tried to do eye drops, I used mouthwash because I couldn't see.
Couldn't see. Ah.
Right, I just need to get all this ready, then close my eyes while we start the show.
Yeah, get it ready.
Come on, get ready. What is the matter? Come on.
Literally the worst. I could do without a capture test where it says identify the fire hydrants right now. Okay, that'll
That's
do.
the John Mulaney bit. Click all of these pictures where you do not see a stoplight. Fucking what?
I know. And then you seem to miss one, and then it gives you another one.
He goes, okay, robot. And you're like, no, I just didn't see that. That was half of a bus or whatever.
Yeah, on the next page, please put in your bank details, including the code on the back of your card.
Right,
Legitimate.
I think I'm ready.
Yay!
Cool.
Are you ready?
Oh, no, just a minute. I just need to do it. No, I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Here we go, people. Strap in. It's gonna be a wild ride.
Yo, to the veteran gamers, Juju, Ginny, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you play in this
I'm
week.
a potato.
Reviews and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
I'm not going to get interrupted by stupid sound effects.
It's the veteran
Be
gamers.
quiet, Jimmy.
I don't, you see, right, see, angry Stu got there. You see,
Switch that
Can we say it
console
quick,
off before you have to press repeat, yo.
So there you go.
Take it home with you.
Hello and welcome to episode 565 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 565. What's up, people? It's the Duke in the house.
Is that it?
I'm the Duke.
You did it different. You threw me completely now. What are you doing?
What did I usually say?
You said, I'm Duke. You
Right,
just go, I'm Duke.
I'm not a robot. I don't do things the same way every time. Duke in the house.
This is Stu of Lancashire.
DJ No Clue.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Mike makes 3.
Yep.
Or is it Baby makes 3? Is that what it is on Wildlands when you're scoping
I
out enemies?
Baby makes 3. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There you go.
Baby makes 3. Zippity bow.
Yeah, welcome. We're not military veterans, people. We are veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Imagine if they on Ghost Recon Wildlands when you killed the third one, you just heard zippity bow. Zippity bow. What? Charlie, what did you say?
please don't touch my floppy cock.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's
Nothing.
that?
Let's look at bad guys.
Yes, and we're streaming live right now. But that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You don't have to watch us live or listen to us
does.
live.
Do it live. Okay. No.
We'll do it live!
It was funny. I was looking for something for someone on one of my servers, and I came across a promo that we did once upon a time for a live show, and it was like a big deal. We were like,
Yeah.
"People, we're doing it live. You
Yeah.
can tune in as we record.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like,
Oh, God. It's live
Yeah,
again.
we're always bloody live.
Can we make them not live?
Yeah.
A special.
I thought about I thought about that. I thought about like, do we need to do them live anymore?
Yeah, we do. What about the 3 people who dropped by?
Exactly.
Thank you for listening live, 3 people.
Exactly. Yeah. I have seriously thought like, oh, maybe we don't need to do them live anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, you think that because you're the one who has to do all the live stuff.
Yeah, that would save me a lot of work.
Do you know what, though? To be fair, it doesn't matter, does it? Because it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter for you. Doesn't matter for
It
you.
doesn't matter very well. All you do is press a bloody button on your fancy new thing.
I can't even fucking see right now, let alone press a button.
Yeah, you say press a button. That's a lot of work for Chinny.
I'm
right
doing.
now.
Yeah, your fancy new Stream Deck shit.
I'm literally doing this with my eyes closed. I've got my eyes covered, so.
Why? Why have you got your eyes covered?
I got like that fuzzy eye problem. When I get tired, I'm very tired today.
What have you covered your eyes with?
Just my hands.
Oh. Bit weird.
So when I get tired, I get my eyes kind of get a bit blurry when I look at like bright monitors and stuff, and then I get like a fuzzy kind of thing. It doesn't happen very often, but it's happened before, and it's usually when I'm tired. So
Fuzzy eyes yours.
so what I should really be doing now is turning the monitors off, but it's not.
Yes, and I should be resting because I woke up with a headache today. It's mostly gone, but my head still does hurt a little bit. But you know what? We have a show to do, and as the saying goes, the show must go onward.
Unless something stops it for some reason.
Right.
My favorite time. It's story time.
Story
I
time.
don't really have a story time this week. I've been unpacking stuff, putting up pictures, and
How is Mount Chipmunk?
yeah, Mount Chipmunk's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting settled in. I got my printer working. That was a victory because it was a pain in the ass to try to get the printer working. But I got it working. Yay! And I did a horrible woodworking project. I tried to put, I don't know if I told you, but my mic had been hooked to my desk in the back, and that made it hard to switch to the other desk if I wanted to go over and grade papers or, whatever, play Rocket League during the podcast. So I tried to add something to my desk on the sides. I'd have like a piece of wood I could clamp it to there, but it didn't work. The nails didn't hold it, and then it kind of fell off as soon as I put any weight on it. Fortunately, it didn't have the mic on it at the time. Anyway, the point is I attached it now to the front of my desk, which is perfect. I don't know why I never thought of doing this before, except that the tray for the keyboard does not move all the way in now because the hand rest bumps up against the... Can you hear that?
Yeah.
It bumps up against the thing that's holding the mic in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew the hand rest, cut it off a little bit because I bought a jigsaw. Thank you for the recommendation. And then reattach it, and then I'll be able to close the tray all the way. Or I could just live with the fact that it's an inch out.
Never.
No.
Pretty much.
You're far too anal to live with an inch out, in my opinion. An inch makes a lot of difference.
I know.
doesn't it?
There's a guy who walks around our local park with an inch out all the time.
Here's the thing. I don't regret trying this woodworking project. It didn't work. I have these 2 nails stuck in my desk now forever.
Nice.
But it looks great. Yeah.
It's character. It's character.
I gave it a shot. Yeah. Well, it already had a lot of character because I bought it secondhand from a consignment shop.
From a crack dealer.
Exactly. I didn't really hurt the aesthetics of the desk any.
No.
But whatever. It's all good. I learned something out in the process, and now I have a jigsaw.
Now you have a jigsaw, which is a good tool. It's a good tool for
And I
putting
thought I might need to cut a
shapes.
piece of wood, to like the right shape. And then I went around the corner of the house to go find wood, and I was like, hey, there's 4 pieces of wood already cut to exactly the right shape. I was like, wow, I don't need to cut anything. I bought this jigsaw for nothing.
No, that's how good the jigsaw is.
Yeah, it is. It did it without you looking.
I cut it while you went to the toilet.
Yeah, you went off, and the next thing you knew, it had cut all the stuff for you, ready to go.
The problem I have is that I need something to clamp the wood in place.
Ah, you need a wood clamper.
I guess, because it says right in the instructions, do not hold the wood while you're cutting it.
What about some sort of workbench?
Yeah, I suppose I could buy one of them. That's so much
A Black
work.
and Decker work, mate. That's what you need.
Well, you should build a workbench, but you need a workbench.
Build one with your jigsaw.
Minecraft, I could do that.
It's a catch-22 because you need a workbench to build one.
Ooh, and what about a forge? And then you can make your own iron and metal and stuff.
Yeah.
There you go. Anyway,
You got a forge, workbench.
Attempted woodworking project. Anybody else got a story?
I painted the bathroom again.
Ooh.
Oh, again?
Well, I
Oh,
painted
wasn't we did last time?
No, we did the ceilings last week. We did the walls.
I see what you did. Let the ceilings get done.
What else? I bought a Quest 2. I went to Bella Italia. Nothing really. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Nothing else. What?
What color is the bathroom?
It went from a dark cream to now a lighter cream. Please don't ask.
A slightly different shade of cream.
Yep. Oh
Awesome.
God.
Now when you
What
take
happens?
So yeah, painted the bathroom, bought a Quest, went to Bella Italia. Nothing.
I know. How you slipped that in there.
Nothing too cray.
There's no way we would talk about it because what the hell? What is there to talk
Yeah,
about?
who plays on them shit things? I tell you, whatever.
Is that
Yeah.
me with time for what you've been playing?
Well, no, I haven't got it. I haven't got it yet.
What?
Oh, you
Why
paid
not?
for it. You don't have it.
I've ordered it.
Oh, you've ordered it. Ordered it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, you can at least get them things unlike a PS5 or an Xbox Series X.
It's quite ironic, really, because there's nothing to play on those fucking things.
Hey-o.
I know, yeah, you'll have loads to play on that when you get it.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, there's that fishing game you wouldn't shut up about for a while.
Oh, yeah, the fishing
That's it, right?
game.
Isn't that it?
I'm definitely not going to be playing that.
11 table tennis is great fun.
You know why I bought it? Do you know why I bought it?
Because Tara wanted one.
No. I was hovering over it. I was kind of like, I might buy one, I might not, I might buy one, I might not. And then, good old Boris said, I think we should go in lockdown again, sorry. And I went, fucking buy that thing now. So I thought, well...
You do during lockdown.
Yeah,
It's a distraction. It's
just like a new toy just to kind of like settle me in. And I think Tara would enjoy it as well. And Pete's got one, so me and Pete could virtually meet
Yeah, you can.
on the VRs. So I want people to write in to the show, podcast@veterangamers.co.uk, and throw me a recommendation. What is your Oculus Quest must play for me? And I'll play it. I will take requests from anyone.
Apart from me.
But Stu, yeah.
Apart from me.
Yeah, that's correct. No, I'm only
brilliant.
joking, Stu. I'll do some recommendations.
Yeah, you need to get 11 table tennis, then we can do some ping pong together.
Well, that's what Pete wants to play me on as well.
Oh, the 11 is just great. I will talk about it because I've played quite a lot of that this week.
Well, maybe we should do that now.
Yeah, we should do it now.
Story time's over, isn't it?
What you been playing?
What you been playing?
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, before we do start talking about that, just about the Quest pricing.
Yeah.
I think, and you may or may not agree with me here, Chinny,
Yeah.
but that drop to $2.99 is just the right price to pull the trigger, isn't it?
It's
really?
lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely, sweet
yeah.
price. Well, I'm also in the new market. Sorry.
Wiped ass with $600.
I'm also in the market for a new mobile phone, you see.
Oh,
And
yes.
because
Bit
I'm
more expensive.
because I'm a massive twat, I have to buy an iPhone, right?
You do.
So I looked at the new iPhone. I waited for the new iPhones to come out because I knew they was going to be coming out soon. And then I looked at what's available, and it's the iPhone 12. And I was expecting, I know it's ridiculous, but I was expecting to spend at least £900 to £1,000 on a phone because I have to buy the phone, you see, right, for the current deal that I'm on. Anyway, I was like, okay, and then I looked at the different. I won't bore you, but basically the different varieties of iPhone 12s are 1,100, 1,700, and 600. All right.
Okay.
The cheapest one.
The cheapest one is an iPhone 12 mini. It's the exact same power as the iPhone 12, but it's smaller. But my favourite phone ever is the iPhone 5, which is one of the smallest iPhones they ever did. And it even has the same thing. It looks like an iPhone 5, basically. And I'm like, ooh, I want that one. So I've gone for the cheapest one. I'm completely fine with it. I haven't ordered it. It's not out yet, so I'm going to order it. And then, but then I thought, well, I was prepared to pay that much. So I might as well put the other chunk to an Oculus Quest. And when they announced, the lockdown, that was the big decision because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to like occupy my time with some new gadget just to kind of ease the sort of load off of like, oh, okay, we're in another lockdown and all that sort of stuff. So I thought, I know it was a bit of a poor excuse, but I still find
sounds fine to me.
It cheered me right up.
Yeah. Very good.
And I just hit my tooth with the drinking glass. Yeah.
I did hear that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the other thing you should do, because you have got a VR-ready PC, kind of. I know it's probably a little bit
I haven't got the
older,
room in this room.
No, but for Google Earth VR, you just sit down anyway.
Oh, okay.
And it's worth it. You can pick up a cable that works for about £12. Not very expensive. So you can pick up a fairly cheap
Is
cable.
it just
to
a
do it with.
USB-C cable? Is it?
No, it has to be. I'll send you a link after the show. I'll sort it out for you. But they're fairly
Let's
cheap.
talk about it now. This is fascinating.
But it's you've got to have a USB 3.1 super fast cable. But they are fairly easy to pick up. They're not very expensive. You can buy the proper Oculus one for about 60 quid if you want.
Jesus.
But you might as well buy the cheaper alternative, which for the amount of times you'll rig it up to your PC is fine.
The only time I regret buying the cheaper cable is when I bought a charging cable for my phone.
Yeah.
And it's such that you have to hold it perfectly still while it's charging.
Yeah.
So I use it at school because I'm right next to it's at the desk. I'm never going anywhere. Yeah, but I'm never gonna buy a cheap.
I have a cable like that, and I just have to wait for the Earth to stop rotating for it to work, and then it's fine. So yeah, I will be picking your brain, Stu, about the whole.
Yeah.
No,
set up remote desktop and all that sort of stuff.
No. You jumped the gun.
I jumped the gun.
I'm going to be picking your brain about because Tara really wants to play Beat Saber. That's the thing that she wants to play.
Yeah, the only at the moment, my understanding is with the Quest 2, they haven't got the modded songs working just yet.
Okay. Well, they'll find a way.
Antonio about it. He's Beat Saber guru.
Yeah, but I think that'll be coming. But they have got multiplayer in the normal Beat Saber now, where you can play alongside another person.
Talk to be called horrible names by people on the internet. Sweet.
Yeah. No. Right. Well, we'll talk about this when we come to my bit. But yeah, shall we talk about some games? Shall I start, seeing as I keep on talking about?
Well, I've got a wheel thing now.
Yeah, oh, go on, spin the wheel, then. Flip it. I thought I got away with that then.
Jesus.
Got a butt ahead of the line.
I'm sorry, I tried to jump the gun, all right.
Cost me a fortune, this wheel.
I know, it's due.
It looks so professional. Look at how well the letters are spaced out.
Yeah. It's Duke.
Yes, it's me. Huzzah! Yes, I have played some Skyrim.
Okay, I'm spinning the wheel again.
Spin the wheel.
Rocket League, Rust. Here's something I did new on Rust. I haven't done this before. I haven't talked about this.
Okay.
I completed a circuit because they have put a whole electrical system into Rust, and yeah, it's complicated. I had to watch a tutorial. It was a short tutorial, and it's fairly straightforward, all things considered. But yeah, I pulled a switch to a light, and I rigged it up to a red spinning light and a warning speaker outside. Because if you're playing PvP and someone breaks into your base, you can set it off, make it go off as soon as someone, steps into the room or whatever. But I don't have any use for it because I'm playing on PvE servers, so all I can do is just flip the switch and then it's just like I turn it off again. I'm like, okay, that was fun. Like there's no real purpose for it in PvE servers, so far as I can tell. But I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll figure out what to do with this electrical stuff.
Figure it
Anyway,
out.
yeah, I guess so. I played some more Assassin's Creed Liberation. Not much to report on that. Still wandering around as a lady and whatever. Anyway, I've started playing an RPG. Don't look at the notes.
I haven't
No,
looked.
I'm not looking,
I
I'm
haven't
not
looked.
looking.
I haven't looked.
Okay, good. So the question is, which RPG am I playing? Can you guess?
Have you played it before?
No.
Oh.
Let's ask me more questions. Is it on the current generation of consoles, not the PS5 or the Xbox One series, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4?
Well, it might be. I actually don't know if it is or not.
Well, find out,
Playing it,
fucker.
of course, but it did not first come out on those generations.
Okay.
And I was gifted this game twice and never played it.
Did it come out on the 360 and PS3 generation?
Yes.
Is it a spy genre?
No, it is not.
Ah, that would have been good if I got it though, wouldn't it? Is it a fantasy genre?
Yes.
Is it Dragon Age?
No, it is not. I've played all the Dragon Ages.
I don't know. I don't listen to this show. Stu?
Stuart?
Yes.
I've had my guess.
Do you have any guesses?
Uh,
Things about it?
I have no idea. Is it set in space?
No, it is not.
You wasn't listening, was you?
That's okay.
Um,
Here's a hint.
is it medieval?
Sort of, yeah. It has a very distinctive art style, with which you are probably familiar.
We are.
Yeah.
Was it? Here's a question.
Yes.
Has it been free
No.
on the Epic Game Store?
No, it has. I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
So you've actually paid for this?
Yes.
Wow.
But I didn't pay very much because it was on a Steam sale like a month ago.
And you got gifted it
okay.
twice.
But I got gifted it in its PS3 incarnation. People gave me discs.
Alright.
Wow.
And I just put them on the shelf and never played them
Wow.
because I'm a jackass.
Oh. Is it like a Japanese cartoon, maybe?
It's like a Japanese cartoon.
Oh, God, what's it called?
Ah.
Chris MJW absolutely loves it, doesn't he?
You have seen movies made by
I have Studio Ghibli.
animation on it.
Oh my God, what's it called? And there's a sequel, no less.
I haven't played the sequel. I don't own the sequel. I can't speak about the sequel.
Oh God, what's it called?
It is a remastered version, so I am.
Yeah, no, I've seen. I know it is because I've seen it because it's on the Switch as well on sale.
Okay.
It was on sale on the Switch recently
Someone
because
in
Chris
chat, help
enjoyed.
us out. Tell them what it is.
Oh God, what's it called, Chitty?
I got a clue. I don't know what.
Oh,
Well, you know the studio that made it, right, Chin?
I do.
Is it the yeah? Is it the perv guy?
The perv guy, no.
The guy's a perv. He's always making dodgy stuff.
Diesel saying to answer your question, will I buy an Xbox Series X when they put a slightly better looking Skyrim on it? No, because I already have ENB and capable Skyrim with mods, and there's no reason to play it on a console anymore.
But she has a new hat. I want it. I want it. I want it.
Oh God, what's it called? It's gonna do my head in.
Boo!
Nino Cooney.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, it just came to me in a flash of inspiration.
Yes, I have been playing Nino Cooney, Wrath of the White Witch.
Nino Cooney.
Yes, for those who don't know, this was the animation was done by Studio Ghibli, who has done a number of amazing movies. And if you've never seen a Studio Ghibli movie, you haven't lived, people. Go watch My Neighbor Totoro right now. That's their first one to start with. And then you can go watch Spirited Away and then go from there.
Yeah, Spirited Away is such a good film. I like Howl's Moving Castle as well.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I want
Yeah, it's good.
Here's the thing. I was kind of hoping that the writing would be on par with Spirited Away or My Neighbor Totoro, because they did the animation, Studio Ghibli did, but they did not write the story. The story it's not garbage.
The story is garbage.
It's not. But it's not nearly as good as the Studio Ghibli story.
No, it is kind of straightforward RPG stuff. I have played a little bit of this. I haven't played a lot.
No. Straightforward RPG stuff is, there's a rat in my basement. Go kill it. Call to adventure. Blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. I don't have a problem with any of that. What I have a problem with is how slow it is at the beginning. It's like, oh, let's go. They built a car. All right, I built a car. Let's go ride it, Oliver. And he's like, all right, I'll sneak out. And then there's this long, like 3-minute cutscene. Like, Mom, what are you doing tomorrow? Well, now that you mention it, I have to be ready for the performance at the orchestra. So you're going to be going to sleep early, huh, Mom? Yeah, I guess I will. Okay. Now eat your breakfast and go to school. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is this conversation taking so
I feel
long?
like that's a Japanese culture thing, though.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a slow pace when it's called for. But here's the thing. They built a car. I don't know how 10-year-olds built a car, but whatever. They built a car.
Because he's clever.
Right. I was a clever 10-year-old. I didn't build a fucking car.
You didn't?
It's like
Yeah, you just didn't try hard enough. Dude.
Wow.
yeah, I guess.
That
It's
was
like a teenager in Life is Strange talking about the daguerreotype. No. Give me something realistic.
that's the
My uncle gave me this car. Just do it that way.
okay.
Yeah, okay then.
So they got a car and it's fun. They got it and just drive. I'll drive first. Like, okay, drive the car. And Mom's dead. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible.
She goes in the water. She jumps in and then she's dead. And it's like, wait a minute, that happened very quickly. What the fuck? So I was feeling really frustrated. I'm like, everybody's raving about this game, and I'm in like 45 minutes in, and it's just, Mom, and he's all sad. And then the best.
What do you think?
What?
You think he's sad?
Well, but here's the
Of
thing.
course he's sad. His mum died. What are you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
expecting?
But we don't know the mom. In terms of storytelling, it's bad exposition.
He does, though.
I know, but we as the audience don't care about her. So for us to be spending all this time with the kid, here's the point. At that moment is when the best character ever shows up. And you played this, right, Stu?
I've played it, yes.
You know what I'm talking about? The little dude with the
Yeah, I can't remember what he's called.
I can't remember. Mr. Drippy, that's what he's called.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Drippy. That's right.
He's
I remember
so
Mr.
perfect.
Drippy.
He's like, all right, Mr. Crybaby, you need to get your act together.
Yeah, he gives you some grief, doesn't he?
Adventure. And it's just like, what? And he goes, I don't have time to explain it all to you. So Harry, listen up. And he runs through all the stuff that you need to know. And he's info dumping left and right. It's like they said, all right, there's too much exposition with this mom stuff. Let's just have this guy dump you a whole bunch of stuff all at once. And it's like, yes. And he's making fun of the kid. He's like, you cry your eyes out. Boo. And then it turns out like there's a double of your mom, so she's not really dead or whatever. And it's like, who cares? Let's just go. And you set out off on this adventure, and I'm like, yes. So, yeah, he arrives just in time.
So here we go. I'm not entirely. So, are you liking the game or not?
Yeah. And that's the thing. I was enjoying the gameplay at first, even though it's obviously. Here's the thing: they're walking this tightrope between making it fun for adults and making it easy for kids to follow. And at the start of the game, it's pretty heavily leaning towards the kids, treating them kind of stupid, and not saying like, you know what, you need to have a certain level of intelligence to play this game. That's okay. Because as soon as Mr. Drippy shows up, everything moves faster, and suddenly we're out in the overworld, and we have combat, which is kind of complicated at first, needlessly so. You've got these familiars, which you can train, and they share your hit points and all that. And it's like, why is this so complicated? Just let me attack the things. I don't need another thing to fight on my behalf. Whatever. But I wrote down a line that Mr. Drippy, the kid goes, I can't go with you. And he goes, why not? Because your mom dropped dead? It's like, damn.
He's horrible, isn't he? He's just totally horrible to this kid.
Perfect. Yeah. Now here's the thing.
Perfectly horrible.
Yeah. But having a wee lamp hanging off your schnoz must be a bit annoying. I can't imagine. That's kind of a dumb design choice. I mean, it looks funky for a minute, but you would think he would at some point be like, get this freaking lamp off my nose.
Yeah, just cut my nose off. Be fine.
Yeah. There's a lot of cutscenes, which is kind of annoying, but once you get going with it, they do it in order to kind of like bring you into the story, fine. And then it's like showing you all the stuff you can do, but it's so much all at once. It's like, here's your spell book, here's your bottomless bag, here's how your familiar works, here's this, here's that. And now I've reached a point like an hour and a half in where it's like, okay, let's go fight the monster in the forest. Let's go, do stupid quests for people in the city. And it's good. I'm really enjoying it.
It was very critically acclaimed. This game got a lot of love when it came out.
I mean, that's the thing is that like large scale, it's very well done. It's just some of the smaller bits. Maybe it's the time. Maybe if I had played it when it first came out, I would be more forgiving of it. I like games that are a little faster paced anyway. So the fact that this is taking its time, and it is kind of a cinematic thing, and people like that, and that's fine. But you know me, even when I was watching Last of Us 2, I was like fast forwarding certain parts, and it's just like, come on, let's keep going here.
Yeah, true enough.
Anyway, the one thing that I will say that's kind of annoying is when you have a battle, it does. This is an older JRPG structure for this anyway. When you're wandering around, animals will just jump out and attack you.
Yeah, random encounters.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't mind that too much. The annoying part is that there's like it zooms in, and then the kid's running out, and he's like, "Let's do this!" And then when you finish the battle, it goes, it gives you, it counts up your XP. It shows you when you go up a level, and you get some gold, and here's the things you got. I could stand with that being faster because there's no real way to skip it. And it's like after every encounter, before every encounter, you have the let's do it. After every encounter, it's like, here's the gold you got. Here's the XP. Come on, let's go. So that's a minor gripe. In general, I'm really enjoying it. There's this cool thing when you're fighting where I guess it's Mr. Drippy is like throwing out these little gems, which will heal you and give you magic, your mana back, which is really nice because there was a time when I was trying to fight some tree things and I was too low on mana to cast a fireball, which would have incinerated them. And then he threw out a little blue gem, and I was like, "Ooh, mana!" And I had it, and I had enough for the fireball, and I toasted him, and I was like, "Yeah, what?" So yeah, it's good.
There you go. But I mean, you back in the day, JRPGs were your thing, weren't they? You know, when you were younger. So.
And this is doing a lot of those things right. The core story element about like this is the child who will save us. The prophecy spoke of this. I'm sick of that, but I'm not going to get too upset about it because there's a lot of other fun stuff along the way. So,
By the way, Derek is trying to get a rise out of you because he's put in the chat. Stupid quests. Is Duke still talking about Skyrim?
well, I'm not going to deny that Skyrim has some stupid quests, but it also has some awesome quests. So just like most RPGs. Except in Quickie. All right,
Except
that's
in
it.
Quickie.
Thumbs up.
Right, spin the wheel, Chinny.
Yeah,
I'm not your bloody puppet.
Just do it. Stop
when he says
arguing.
he doesn't want to spin the wheel, you get mad when he
Oh,
says
yeah.
it?
I know you can't
I'm not
win.
your bloody
You can't
puppet.
win.
I'm spinning it again.
Why'd you spin it twice?
3 times. Oh,
Chinny!
that's Stu.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, who
Right, I'm going to talk about 11 table tennis because I was a bit like, I wanted to do something different, you know, like interact with other people.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't do multiplayer. I don't want to shoot people in the face or get
Yeah.
shot at or
Yeah.
play stupid Rocket League or any of that
real quick. Sorry.
bullshit.
Speaking of which, I was looking at tree file size, you know, that program that allow you to see how much room on your hard drive is taken up by what games.
Okay.
Call of Duty takes up as much room as all of my Steam games combined.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's
What
big.
am I doing Call of Duty? I don't even play Warzone. It should be an optional add-on. It's so annoying. It takes up 250 gigabytes. Why?
Because fuck you.
It is big. Right, first things first. I've played quite a bit of this game on and off, and it is the closest to playing real table tennis that I think I've like on the Quest. There is another one called Racket NX, I think it's called the other one.
Mm-hmm.
This is far more realistic. The physics, the ball and hit detection, and all that kind of stuff is exactly where you expect it to go.
11 table tennis. So this is the
It's
one that
called-
you're going to be like, Chinny, you need to
This
play
is the
this
one you
one.
need to get.
You already
Yeah.
said this, yeah.
This is the one you need to get. It's a little bit fiddly. They've done some alterations to centering the table, and it took me a bit to figure out how you do it. Because normally you just press and hold the Quest button, like the home button,
Yep.
and it'll center whatever's on screen to where you're stood. Well, they changed it. I can't remember why. There was a reason, and now you have to press the Y or B button to do it. So you
Can
press
you
and hold
explain
that
why
instead.
there aren't full people as avatars? There's a little for those who can't see.
Oh, these are your Facebook avatars.
yeah,
so
but
it
it's,
uses-
it's just a little rabbit something.
think
but
if
it's
you-
just the head and the hands. When
Yeah.
you're playing with somebody, I would like to know where they are so I can make sure they don't hit it.
Yeah. No, normally you're facing them. This is just the side on. This is like a spectator
So
view.
when you're playing, you get to see a whole person.
Yeah. It's like you stood at the end of the. No, it's just like you stood at the end of the table tennis table,
Okay.
like in real life.
Right. Okay.
So it's exactly how it will be in real life.
This is not showing the whole person. I was.
No. This is just showing like obviously because this guy was playing on professional settings,
Okay.
so he was trying to beat this avatar on professional settings. So
Yeah,
that's
now,
fine.
thank you. Hi. Sure.
Yeah, so it's cool. Yeah, you literally stood at the end. What's interesting is now what they've done, which is quite cool. If you're playing on an original Quest, your controller in the game is black. If you're on a Quest 2, it's white.
Okay.
So you can tell whether you're playing someone on a Quest. Not that
Shoo.
no, it makes any difference.
Doesn't
What?
matter if you're black or white, mate. All right.
It makes no difference. So anyway, at the end of the net, there's like a little bell, like an alert thing. So I was just playing like the AI, and I was just practicing. So I wasn't even playing a game. I was just free hitting just to practice. And the little bell rang. It was like ding, ding, ding. And I'm like, what's that? So I clicked on it, and I was challenged to a game by someone. Someone's like, do you want to play? So I was like, okay then.
Cool. Hey, you. Let's play.
Let's play. So I clicked on it, and it was a lady from California.
All
Called
right. They know how to
Teresa.
party.
Yeah, lady from California called Teresa. and I was playing for ages. We had a really good game, and her husband was in the same room, and he's also got a quest. So they both were in their own quests, doing their own things, which is a bit weird, I thought. But...
Why don't we just get an actual ping pong table? No.
No.
You put on your
Well, let's be honest. I was going to say Chinny then, but it's not. It's Duke. Let's be honest, Duke. Most people haven't got room for a full-size ping pong table.
They got room for 2 VR helmets.
Well, of course they have. They're small. You put them on your face.
Yeah, but
You don't have to have a massive room for a ping pong table, do you?
Don't you need to move around when you're playing?
Yeah, but so,
No.
Duke, this is they're in California, not bloody like Wisconsin in a farm.
Yeah,
there's
on the
no
fucking
room
with
for
a
that.
barn to put a table tennis table in.
Fair enough.
No, you don't really, because when you think about it, you only need to be able to move the width of a table tennis table, like you would in real life.
All right.
Because you're not going backwards and forwards; you're only going side to side.
He said, "All right, Stu."
All right, okay.
Moving along.
So I was playing her. She was lovely. We had quite a good chat. She was saying how she hated Trump, so you'd have approved.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's saying this is what she's doing because she's a wedding photographer
Oh, okay.
as a job, and she said obviously there's not a lot of wedding photography going on.
Yep.
So she basically spends a day doing some work at home and playing the quest literally all the rest of the time. So it was about 2:00 in the morning where she was, and she was still playing. So that was good fun. So that happened, and then I played again, and I played a nice man from Bulgaria.
Remember when we talked about the game itself rather than like?
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about it. So I played a couple of people. They were good. Interestingly, when I was playing the lady from California, there was some weird lag from her hitting it to the ball coming back. So you wouldn't see the animation of her bat hitting the ball, and it'd just get returned. The guy from Bulgaria, it was literally just normal, like it would be if you were playing someone in real life. You saw them hit the ball and what have you. So I don't know why that is. Maybe it's distance, ping, who knows. But accuracy, like I say, it's excellent. It really is excellent. I played some ranked matches as well. They're a lot stricter on serving and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to do a vertical toss. If you don't do a vertical toss, it makes you do it again like a let. If you sort of go over the edge of the table, you get a fault. So it's pretty strict, but it's good. Totally recommend it.
How much is it?
I don't think it's very expensive. About 15 quid, I think. 10,
hell! Sorry, I just muted for a second there. Could you say that again?
I think it's about 15 quid. I could be
What
wrong,
the
though. I could be wrong.
Got no money left. Sorry, I keep muting. Sorry. What?
I think you'll love it, Ginny. I think it's good. Let's have a look. I'll tell you how much it is. I'm going to have a look right now.
You know what
Just
I
to
do
let
love?
you know.
Rain in England, Stu.
I know, it's a bloody nightmare. $14.99 it is.
I can't afford that.
$14.99.
I can't afford that.
Are you a question?
What do you say, Duke?
You just spend all your money on the helmet. You have no
Yeah, I
money.
can't afford
Exactly. Quick question, Chinny.
Yes.
Question. Are you any good at table tennis in real life?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Not too bad.
Well, whatever you are in real life is pretty much what you'll be in the game. It is very accurate.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Bad then.
Yeah. So it's like for like. So
No. I'm all right. I'm all right. There was. I know I was a pretty cool kid at primary school, Stu. There was a badminton and table tennis club after school, and
wow.
And year 6, I won the badminton tournament. Thank you very much.
Wow, get you.
Don't like to brag about it, but
That's because you're so fucking tall. You just like batted it over the net.
Ian Williams said that you sound very excited about a vertical toss, Stu.
I do like a vertical toss. Gotta say.
Is that a slang for something?
Toss means wank.
Yeah, in the UK.
Which is a British idiom for masturbation.
Yeah, or tossing off. There you go.
Or jizzing the bag.
Jizzing.
Or flomping the squatter.
Or
I haven't heard that one before.
strangling the snake.
Yes.
Or wank the frog.
Or fopping off.
Yeah.
You told me about wank, but I don't think the frog is a thing.
Joshing the malangalang.
So yes, I've definitely buy this, Chinny, and we'll play some. It's good.
Having a Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. You can
Yeah.
have a chat and a laugh while you're playing, so it's fine. It's
Yeah.
a good. It's a very good social
I,
game.
I socially distantly saw my brother today. It's my brother's birthday today.
I know. I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, yeah, my brother's birthday. So we made him a cake, and I say we.
Happy birthday to Pete.
I say we.
Pete.
I say we. Tara made him a cake. And
Oh, that's because she's nice and you're not.
yes, and yeah, and I told him I bought a Quest. He was like, oh yeah, and he's really excited now because we're gonna play table tennis together because he loves table tennis. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Quest.
It's good.
I'm looking
Very
forward
good.
to it. Can't wait.
So excited. Roaming.
Yep, it's a new toy. It's good fun.
New toy. It is always good fun to have a new toy.
Yeah. Right.
Right, I guess it's you, Chinny.
It's me, I think. Let's play. What the hell have I played? What's the game that Chinny's played and finished?
Oh, God, we got to
this
guess
week?
this one as well. Oh, finished.
Finished as well.
Wow. Right, question. Here we go.
Flipping the sausage. Thank you, one Tom.
Flipping the sausage. Did you start it this week and finish it, or have you been playing it for a bit?
I played it for 2 weeks. I finished it this week, but I started it
Okay.
last week. But I didn't talk about it on the show.
Oh, I was going to say, have you talked about it? Yes, you haven't then in that case.
No.
Okay. Is it third person?
Guess the game that Chinny's played
for the
and
delay.
finished this week.
It is not third person.
Okay, so it's a first person game.
It is first person. Person of the
Oh,
first.
I've got a good guess.
What's
Is
your-
it set in space? Or
Uh,
on Mars, shall we say more specifically?
it is. Some of it is set on Mars.
Is it set on Mars? Would it be Doom Eternal by
It
any
is Doom Eternal, dude.
That's quite a good guess, weren't it?
I'm very impressed. How did you get that?
Because it's the only first-person game I could think of that came out recently.
Oh, that's impressive. That's impressive. Well done, Stu. You get nothing. Oh,
Oh, thank you.
that reminds me,
Alright,
actually.
Willy Wonka?
What?
About Willy Wonka. You get nothing.
No. That reminds me that I have a link to send from... I've got a message from somebody yesterday. And I have to send this link to Duke now. And he's going to play it. So before I play it, though, this is from Sean. And he says, hi, good day, mate. I have something you may want to listen to. Been hanging on this for since January.
My goodness.
I'll be listening, as always, from Australia. So, Sean,
Australia.
play it away, Duke.
Okay.
Yeah, but you may say otherwise. Watch Dogs Legion.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is meant to be coming out next year, early next year, I think.
Yeah, I think this will be 2021.
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, we'll see.
Let's bet that. Can we bet that?
Oh, God.
Alright.
Shit. No, early 2021, I reckon.
Watch Dogs Legion, you think it comes out in 2021?
Yes.
I think it's coming out in 2020.
Okay.
Lunch.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
So-
Shit, I'd forgotten all about that.
So, you know what? We have to start. So, thank you very much, Sean, for reminding me. Because
you fucking
he said he's been
Buy lunch without it.
hanging on to that one since January. So,
Wow.
Sean,
Well done, Sean.
Sean remembered that we did that. Obviously, we don't remember anything that we say on this show.
Here we are.
Um,
Forgot all about that.
so
Thanks, Sean.
I thank
Damn
you.
you.
I'm going to thank Sean for that. And you owe me lunch.
I
Sure.
do. I
Yeah,
will
well,
sort that out with you.
Yeah, so that's cool. Right, okay.
Okay.
Doom Eternal, everybody. Doom Eternal. Remember Doom?
Doom 3 a.m.
Remember Doom?
Eternal.
Yes, I've been playing that, and it's good.
You're in hell.
You are in hell. It's all
Yeah.
right. When I first started playing it, I was a little bit overwhelmed.
You're in hell.
Because I was in hell, and it was bloody hell. It was, no, well, I think you're in hell in the first one, and then you're on Mars. No, you're on Earth for the start of it. Then you're on Mars. then you're in hell, then you're back on Earth. Whatever. Spoilers, you beat the bad guys.
Right.
So there's a few things that I like that I don't like about it. Most of it, though, I like. I think it's a good game. Doom Eternal is pretty spot on with it. It's the palate cleanser that I needed because what game was I playing before this?
Oh, some piece of shit.
Fucking Assassin's Creed.
I was getting bogged down. It was really boring. Doom Eternal has none of that. It just goes fucking shoot stuff and beat stuff up. It's fine. And then something about what I like about the story is that it's complete bollocks and no one cares. And it's just enough for the game to go, some shit's got to just kill everything. It doesn't matter. It's fine. And I like that about the game. But the thing is about this game that I don't really like too much is like the character Doomslayer, the guy in the first one. There's a good moment where some person over the intercom says, "Whatever you do, Doomslayer, protect this orb," and the Doomslayer crushes it immediately. As a bit of a like, well, I do what I want, whatever. Whereas in this one, he kind of like does. He's more serious a bit. He doesn't talk, but he's like listening to like the bloody. They're called hell priests, which I like. So there's a few of these hell priests scattered around. You got to kill them all. And the Doomsayer's like listening to him, like, oh yeah, okay. I'm like, what are you listening to? Just fucking. He just chop them their heads off eventually, but you get the idea. So it was like the main character was kind of like a little bit more toned down, a little bit, but it's not too bad. There's a lot more platforming in this game than there is in the other games.
Does it work well? It's first-person platform.
First-person platforming is pretty jank at the best times. It's not too bad. It's pretty loose. There are moments where you die, and if you if you fall, it kind of carries on. You lose a little bit of health, and it just takes you back. So it's not too punishing either if you drop. So it's not too bad. I like it. You've got like climbable walls and things like that, and platforms that go up and down and whatnot. So it tends to work okay. Very overwhelming with the perks. So let me get this right. There's perks, crystals, mods, upgrades for your mods. There's upgrades for your suit. There's upgrades for your mods, and there's mods for your upgrades. That is not a joke.
What happened to the easy days of first-person shooters like this, where you just got better guns or better armor?
Well, you do, but you do.
They need something else.
Yeah, but that was it though. There was no, they didn't.
Some of us, I agree with you. Some of us like simplicity. I like that in my RPGs, and then now it's you got a familiar, and you got all these spells, and you can modify your spells, and blah, blah, blah.
So every gun, let's say the first gun you get is a standard shotgun, not the sawn-off shotgun, a standard shotgun.
Right.
So every gun, you can have 2 mods, right? So you have to pick one or the other. Eventually, you can pick both if you find a mod upgrade thing. So one of the mods for a shotgun might be a grenade launcher, and the other mod might be to turn the shotgun into like an automatic shotgun, right? So and then you can upgrade the mods, and then you can mod the upgrades after that. And then the suits, like quickable, climbable, you move in the air, jump, double jump, dash, all that kind of stuff. And then but the thing is, some of the mods to the weapons are really, really good, and then some of them are not so good. So by about halfway through the game, you kind of have already picked what you like. Do you know what I mean? Like, I like this, I like that, I like that. I'm not too keen on that. So you start to build up a bit of an arsenal that's suited to you. And this game, I don't know if you remember the first Doom. Did either of you play the other Doom game?
No. The reboot, you mean?
Yeah, the 2016 one.
A little bit. I didn't finish it. I don't think.
Stop eating, Stu. So the thing is,
I mean,
the whole thing about Doom, the new rebooted one, and this one as well, is it's kind of like a puzzle arena shooter game. So you have an area where you've got to kill all these bad guys, right? So, but the way you get health is you have to punch them, right? You do like a finishing move, right? You have to get up close, press the melee button, and that drops health. And the way you get ammo is you use a chainsaw, and if you chainsaw them, it drops ammo. And if you kill them while they're on fire, it gives you armor, right? So those three things create really interesting dynamics, because you're like, oh shit, I need armor, better get some armor. Oh shit, I need health. Oh, but I've run out of. So it keeps like kind of cycling round, and you've got like chainsaw fuel, and if you run out of that, you've got to find some of that. And the whole game, like when you're in like an arena where you've got to kill loads of bad guys, just becomes this kind of strategic shoot 'em up battle arena, and it's super satisfying. Like this game comes alive, right, when because most of the levels are like this. You go through, you jump here and there, and then it opens up to an arena, and the music kicks in, and it's all like right, and you're like, fucking yes. I don't even like rock music that much, but I'm like, fucking come on. Right, and I'm like, yes. And it's intense. It's just constant, like bam bam. And you know, the enemies get like bigger and bigger and bigger. And at one point, halfway through the game, it introduces this boss, and this boss was rock hard, right? He's got a shield and a fucking ghost dog, right? And he's a pain in the arse. And it took me ages to kill him. And then that boss just became another enemy in the game.
Interesting. And
I was like, surely they're going to tone him down or something. And you're like, no, you're fighting loads of enemies, and then this boss guy will appear. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And so what happens is, like, you kill a few, and then they spawn in a few enemies, and sometimes these battles can go on for like 10 minutes of just non-stop shooting constantly. And it's exhausting, but it's really, really satisfying. And like, sometimes you think, oh, it drops a few enemies, and you're like, I can handle this, I can handle this, I can handle this. And then it drops another enemy, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of handle that, but I might have to like do something else, or rethink, or get some ammo, or change my gun a little bit more, or approach it differently. And then it'll drop another one, and you're like, Jesus Christ. And you think you've reached your limit. Do you know what I mean? You think, there's no way I can beat this wave of enemies. And then eventually you do, because you work it out. So it's really, really satisfying. Awesome music. I think that's it, really. I really liked it. I recommend it. It's not clever in terms of like its story or anything like that. It's just
a Doom game that doesn't have a great story.
Yeah, it's not trying to be like super smart. It's just a really.
They know what they want to give.
Definitely,
Doom.
definitely.
People want Doom. They want certain things out of Doom, and it's not a great story.
They've made the combat really compelling and enjoyable by just having this weird loop of getting ammo and armor and when it kicks in. And you've got to, like, okay, handle this 3 waves of different enemies. It's great fun. So I really like Doom Eternal. It's a great game. And it's on Game Pass.
Oh, yeah. Apparently it's coming to PC as well. Game Pass for PC at some point.
Well, I think people should play it because it's very, very good.
I will do. When it's on Game Pass for PC, I will play this.
Yep. It's good.
I will give it a whirl.
It gets a bit tricky towards the end, I will say that. So the last level.
All these games do, though, don't they?
But what it does do, though, which I didn't opt for, but I almost did, was it gives you an extra armor mode where it basically says, like, hey, if you're struggling, if you die too many times, the game throws you a bone and says, hey,
right.
You know, if you're dying too much, you're not enjoying it, here's this extra armor that we're going to give you, which you can still die, but you know, it's going to.
You can take a bit more damage.
You can take quite a bit more damage, yeah. So, but I didn't do it. I was kind of. It was. I was on the verge of like, I can do it. I think I can do it. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is a nice balance. Yeah. So he kept on throwing it at me, and I was dying quite a lot towards the end. I was like, oh, but he's like, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? I was like, no, I think I can do it. I think just give me one more go. And sometimes it is based on luck. Sometimes you just like get the right jump and the right bounce, and you can bounce off poles, and like the enemies just like walk the right way, and it's quite it's quite compelling, really, just to keep trying your luck and see if you can you can look it out this time and then come up with a different way of doing this and that. So Doom Eternal, a big thumbs up from me. I really enjoyed it. That's Doom Eternal.
Very good. It does look pretty cool. I will give it a go.
Yep.
I like shooting shit. Can't beat a bit of shooting shit, can you?
Can't be shooting shit. Right, we're spinning the wheel. Oh, it's Stu.
Yes, right. Well, it's funny you should say about that just being on the edge sort of stuff and how satisfying it is when you finally do something.
Yes.
Because I had a moment like that in Batman Arkham Origins this week.
Oh, snap.
Because I've been playing that game. This game literally is just it's just a load of boss fights, isn't it? That's basically the game.
That is the premise of the game.
But do you know what? I kind of like it.
It's good. It's a bit different in the other ones.
Yeah, I really like it. But I played and I got to the Deathstroke boss battle.
That's the one that I was talking about last week. I was like, wait till you get to that chap.
Yeah, it's interesting because it took me a lot of goes to beat him. But every time I had another go, I kind of learned from the last time what I needed to. It's a very well structured boss fight.
Yeah.
It's
quite
interesting.
It's quite intense. I remember it being quite intense, that boss fight. That's the...
Yeah. It's in 3 bits. When you very first get into it, you get killed very quickly the first time because you've got to work out You've got to work out the strategy. It's definitely quite sort of like an interesting boss fight. Rather than just sort of you have to just hit a specific part of his body or whatever. It's all about the counterattacks and the timing and all that kind of stuff. And when you do it, and if you do it too fast, you get slapped. If you do it too late, you get slapped. So it kind of really keeps you on your toes. And I must admit, when I finally beat him, I was like, yes!
You got him.
And I got him, and it was so satisfying to beat him because he is proper tough.
Take that, bad guy.
Yeah, and each time he does something slightly, obviously different in each stage of the fight, and it's completely different to the last stage, so you've got to, work out what you have to do the next time round. But I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving this game.
Yay.
Way more than Arkham Knight, I have to say. And I know you love that game, Ginny, but I fucking hated that Batmobile.
I love that game.
I hated it. Whereas this is just strictly Batman swooping around the city from one area to another, getting into boss fights, job done.
I might play it around Christmas because it's a Christmas game.
Yeah, it's a good Christmas game. Yeah, it's very good.
Christmas.
And it's all snowy and there's Christmas decorations everywhere.
It does make me want to play it again.
Yeah, it's such a good game.
Maybe I'll play. There's a lot to play it now because I'm getting a game this week that I can't.
I know, there's so much to play.
There's a game coming out this week that I cannot wait to play.
What would that be?
Pong? Tetris?
Pikmin 3.
Oh yeah, the remastered one.
Oh, I can't wait. I fucking love it.
Well, we won't be playing fucking Cyberpunk anytime soon, will we?
Well, what are you gonna do?
Cares.
What are you gonna do? The interesting thing is apparently that date's not certain because he said at a developer publisher meeting thing that he's not totally comfortable with the 10th of December either.
But Stu, if it means they don't do crunch.
Well, yeah. Apparently it's a problem with the PS4 and Xbox One versions of the game.
Bloody hell.
They're struggling to get it optimized to run on those consoles because obviously it's not made to be run on old gen stuff.
It's not old gen though, is it? It's current gen for another 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
Yeah, I guess. But they're struggling to get it to run on the older hardware. That's the problem.
Well, they should pull the finger out, shouldn't
They should do some more crunch. Is what
they should bloody work harder. That's what they should do.
Should do 100 hours a week to make sure.
They should code until they bleed.
Yeah, till the fingers have got calluses on them.
That's it. Now you're getting it.
What do you think, Jude?
No. Reasonable working hours. It's in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
They should also have lower pay because they haven't done it in time.
Less, then they'll make more money. Oh, it's all coming together.
But the CEO should keep all the profits.
Yeah. And he should give the biggest chunk to the board of directors.
Yeah, because they do all the work.
Because they do all the hard work, making sure it gets published properly and stuff.
Correct.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from there, Chinny. I totally agree with you.
Yeah, I'm not that bothered about Cyberpunk, to be honest. There's plenty of stuff to crack on with, isn't there?
There is. I want to play it, though. But yeah, I can wait a bit. I've got other stuff.
I can wait. That might be better timing if it's December, to be fair.
Yeah. When we're still in lockdown again, because they'll extend it at the end of this lot. Well,
Quarantine ting with a lockdown.
Indeedy do. Indeedy do. Right. Anyway, Batman. Batman. It's good.
Batman.
It's very good.
It's all right.
The combat's just as good as ever.
Who's the main bad guy in Origins? Is it still the Joker?
No, it's Death Mask. Is it? Is it Death Mask?
Is he deaf?
Because he's the one who puts out the contract on Batman's life, so all the bosses are trying to kill him.
Is he deaf?
I don't know. Maybe
that would be interesting, wouldn't it? It'd be like, what did you say, Batman? I can't hear you.
I can't hear what you said.
I thought this was Death Mask, not Death Mask. Yeah, I'm a very different superhero.
Yeah.
You're a what?
So yes, apparently that's the story. So he puts out a contract.
You know.
Oh dear.
Dear, funny.
Yeah, so it's a little bit like John Wick, if anything.
Yeah.
It's a bit like John Wick. He puts a contract out on your life, and every bad guy in the city's out to try and kill you.
Lovely.
So
You'd think somebody would get Batman by now.
Well, this is his early days, though, isn't it? He's only just got going, so he's a bit of a novice. Yeah, he's a bit of a novice crime fighter. So the best time to get him when he's still, not very good at this job. It's when you want to get him. And that's it. There's not a lot else to say about Batman, but
cool.
If you see it cheap, which I'm guessing it probably is, it's definitely worth picking up. It's good.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel old at all. It doesn't feel old at all.
Okay, I'm spinning the wheel. Derek Simon says, but does it have good graphics, Chinny? I think that was referring to
Doom.
Doom. Yeah, it does, yeah. Yes. Do you think it's time for people to crack each other's skulls open and panic? Yes, I do. What did I play? I played a game. Aha! I've remembered the name of it.
Oh, have you played something else?
I have.
Wowzers, I'm impressed.
I wasn't going to talk about it, but I am now.
Well, do it anyway. Just do it.
I've been playing a game called Katana Zero.
Oh, yeah, this is a good game.
Oh, right, yes.
You played this one, Duke, I remember.
Yes, I did. It was good.
Yeah.
It's sort of got a Hotline Miami feel to it.
That it does. That it does.
But 2D side rather than 2D.
Yeah, it's
overhead.
2D. Yeah, I won't go bang on about it, but it's good. Yeah, it's very Hotline Miami-esque. You are a samurai type chap, and yeah, it's kind of like a Super Meat Boy thing as well. You plan your levels.
Yeah.
Story's kind of that kind of fucked up vibe.
That's the other way it's like Hotline Miami is not just the gameplay, but also the story of like you're drugged, you don't know what reality is.
Yeah. So I like it. So the mechanics, the core mechanics of it are fantastic. You can roll to dodge bullets. You can you could hit bullets in midair. You can slow down time. I don't know. I just sometimes I see a game on the indie store and I see a little bit of gameplay. And I'm just not on the indie store, but on Xbox Game Pass, and I see a bit of gameplay, and I'm like, yeah, that looks good. Like my friend Pedro and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, yeah, that looks good, and it feels good, and it looks good, and it's really well made. It looks great. Pixel art's like spot on.
Yeah, dialogue's pretty good. I mean, I was impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it is really, really good. So I'm almost done with it. I think I'm sort of nearly there. I just did like a bike level, so I'm pretty close to it all. Yeah, I'm pretty close to the end of it, I think. So I really like Katana Zero. Another game on Game Pass. Game Pass, the service that keeps giving, folks. Just a fantastically valuable service. Katana Zero. It's good. It's all right. It's about 4 or 5 hours, something like that.
It looks slick.
It is slick.
That's what I think.
Very
looks slick.
Very slick. Very slick. It's not as good as Hotline Miami. Hotline Miami's up on. It's one of my favorite games like ever. Hotline Miami. but it's not up there like that. But it's good, decent, but above average. Definitely.
It's good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah. I enjoy it. Yeah, definitely enjoy it. And you know me, I'm all about playing games that I enjoy these days.
Yeah.
And totally, yeah. Don't just put it down if you're not enjoying
If it ain't fun, I'm putting it down. I need a more catchier way of saying it. If it ain't fun,
Not worth your gun.
if it ain't fun, it gets the gun.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Cool. That's me. Guitar Zero. Good.
Right.
We got a wheel.
Wheel, spin the wheel, spin it.
Stu.
Me. Right. What else can I talk about? I'm not going to talk about Forza because I've spoken about that a lot. Should talk about Phasmophobia, really, shouldn't we? Because we can both talk about
Oh,
that.
yeah. We played Phasmophobia.
Yeah, we played some more of that this week.
We did.
That game's good. I like it.
It's good. We played it with who did we play it with? Jay,
Jay,
Steve.
Lord, Steve, otherwise known as Steve.
Yes.
Was it anybody else?
No, I think that was it, wasn't it?
Just those two.
You played with Jay for a bit. I came in and played with Jay for a bit. Then Jay went, and then Steve came.
And that's the story of how they played Phasmophobia.
That
It
sounds right. It's good. I can't really remember much about what was it. It seems like so long ago.
Well, we did some normal housey levels, didn't we? Got killed a lot, obviously, because that always happens.
Yeah, that's right. And then what happened?
And then we unlocked bigger levels because we both got to level 2 or level 3 or something.
Yeah.
So we leveled up. So we got bigger levels. So we got.
Because your big thing was like, oh, I wish they had bigger levels. And I went, well,
yeah,
you wished you.
Yeah, I don't know whether I like it now.
Yeah.
No.
Careful what you wish.
Exactly. You think you're gonna want something, and then when you get what you think you want, it's not entirely sure you really want it anymore.
No.
Because
it
that
was
school was creepy as all
it
hell.
was a very scary situation to be in. But we guessed we guessed a ghost on no evidence.
Well, no, let's be clear here. Steve guessed the ghost on no evidence.
But Steve's not here, so we guessed a ghost. I know. So each ghost has like a description as well, Duke, as you remember probably. Yeah. But we had no evidence. We wasn't sure. It wasn't writing in the book. We was like, well, what's going on here? And then Steve spotted that the ghost is territorial, right? So the ghost wouldn't leave a certain area. It always kept on walking the same route. And we were like, well, that kind of does sound right. And Steve was like, yeah, it keeps walking. Because we had a CCTV camera. And we could see it walking the exact same route all the time. And we got it right. It was territorial. Yeah, it was very funny.
We got the cash.
So
what did you buy with all that money you got?
We haven't. We've saved it for the next game.
Swab sticks.
Smoke sticks or whatever the hell they are. I found some more stuff out. I've been reading some tips on how to play the game. So I was like, glow sticks are apparently very useful.
Because you're at a rave?
Because they work the same way as the UV torch, but you can just carry them around, so you're not having to keep turning it on and off. So they show up any handprints, fingerprints, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Also, take photos of everything. So anything that's like ghost activity, take a photo because you get a cash for everything you take a photo
But you
of.
could only have 5 photos.
No, buy extra cameras. That's
for
a good
fuck's
tip.
sake.
So you buy extra cameras to make more cash, because the more photos and stuff you take, the more cash you get. So there's quite. I've been reading up, man. I know what we need to do. And obviously, the more cash you get, the better ghost hunter you become because you have more equipment and you can do shit. But I'm loving it. I mean, it's so funny though. Like Chinny got killed in the school.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
He got killed in the classroom, right? And then he's like, "Go look at any writing in the book." So I'm sneaking around to the back of the building to go in to have a look. And it's like, is there any writing in the book? And I'm like, where's the thing? Where's the thing? It's on the floor. We're on the floor. I'm going in the classroom. He's like, it's not in the classroom. It's on the floor of the stairs. I'm like, shit. And you just want to get out, don't you? Then someone in the wagon's going, oh my God, the activity's gone up to 6. And you're like, shit.
Yeah. 6, 7, 8.
Hello.
I just
Oh,
wish we could
God.
get the voice chat working. That would be so
Yeah,
good.
apparently it's a known problem.
Right. Well, because it was working with Jay, right?
Yeah.
And I could hear Jay, but I can't hear Stu, and I couldn't hear Steve. But it sounds so much better. And
Yeah.
me and Steve downloaded the unstable version of the game just to see if it worked. And it didn't work, unfortunately. But
Yeah, apparently there is an update coming,
Yeah.
so hopefully that should
you know what?
fix it.
I'm tempted not to touch it till that update. I'm kind of like,
Oh, it's still good fun, even with, but I understand what you're saying. But it is
Yeah.
still good fun.
No, it's
even
good
with
fun,
that.
yeah.
I still want to play it.
I think
It's just good fun.
I want to leave it till that update. I think when you get that update, also just to shut Stu up really, because then I can just switch the radio off and be like, okay, Stu, thanks. Because I don't think Stu would be creeped out at a haunted if we went on a ghost walk. He'd be like, bloody hell, it's dark. Anyway, I was playing VR and I'm like, Stu, you gotta.
I probably wouldn't be. Oh my god, that it's starting to. I hate the rain.
You gotta create an ambience when you're playing this game. You gotta be like, oh, what's that? What's that? Where Stu's just like, bloody hell! I'm like, all right.
No, but I do shit myself. I'm like, shit.
But no, it's all good fun. I did enjoy it. I think I can see why people would get a bit not bored of it, but kind of like, I've seen all this now. You know what I mean? Like, I'd imagine this is the kind of game that doesn't get scary if you play it too much, if you know too much about the game and how it works.
Yeah, I feel like they need to definitely sort of keep variety coming every time they update it, put something new in, or do something different.
It's like
just to keep us coming back, because it is one of those games that might start to get a bit boring after a bit, I guess.
They've got something special. They've captured something special, but they need to add more to it to really make it stick, I think.
Yeah.
I can already start to see myself go, yeah, this is good. This is like fun, but I'm already like running around switching lights on, like going, yeah, I know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, once you know, yeah. So I feel like they need to swap it up a bit, and you know, way games are now, like games of service, and you know, selling bits and bobs and making money that way. I think they can do it. Yeah, so I think if they can throw more at it, obviously it's a small team and it's blown up out of nowhere. So
I feel like it's one person. I could be wrong, but I feel it's just like one person.
Well, that one person will be staffing up. Staffing up.
Oh, if it's not only staffing up, he'll be making a lot of money.
Yeah,
he's
well,
going to be a very wealthy person.
He or she is either going to check out and go, well, fuck this, or they're going to hire some people and work on it, because it's definitely something special. It offers something that we don't really get in video games, which is just this fun co-op ghost hunt.
Like, shit yourself.
Shit yourself.
Shit yourself together.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good laugh. So I think I've had enough. I've had my fill. You know, I'm not like I'm never going to play it again. I just feel like I've got it out of my system. But if there's a couple of sexy updates and the voice chat works, then I'm back in.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to play again. I do. I have enjoyed it. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's reasonable enough. The point of entry is a tenner or whatever, and it's on sale on Steam at the moment, so it's on sale now. So if you get it now, you get it for less than a tenner.
Not bad.
It's definitely worth that. It's definitely worth that just for the. Even if you only played a few times, you've got your money's worth, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. Yeah, I'll definitely play it again. Yeah.
Yeah, and we haven't even unlocked like the psychiatric hospitals yet, and there's prisons and all sorts of stuff, I believe.
Yes.
So there's definitely other areas for us to explore as we get further into leveling up, I guess.
Yep.
And I'm assuming, I could be wrong, maybe you get multiple ghosts at one site. You know, when you
I
get
don't
to
think you do. I don't think you do. No.
Do you not even on the higher levels?
No. I think it's just one ghost per level. Yeah.
Interesting. But still great. I love it. So there you go.
Phasmophobia.
Worth a play. Right. Have we got any more? Have we got another spin? Has Duke got anything else to talk about?
I think it's Duke's turn anyway. Oh, it did land on Duke.
Yeah, Duke. Nothing. Ginny, anything else from you?
Nothing from me. No.
Nothing from you. The only other thing I'll mention, I decided to download the Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Oh yeah, Gears of War 1.
Game Pass.
Yeah.
It doesn't run very well. It's not the greatest running of games. I feel like optimization was a little bit lacking when they did this.
It must be a PC thing because I played this one and it was fine. So
Yeah, no, apparently it is a PC version. They've just did a quick port and put it out there and not really done a lot with it since.
Right.
So the frame rate drops quite a lot and quite often. And other times it runs as smooth as anything, and then other times it's just like starts chugging along. But yeah, it's still Gears of War and it's still fun to play even after all this time. But yes, I'm just playing on my own. I haven't come across any other co-op partners or people. I've left it sometimes open as a co-op game just to see if anyone jumps in, but nobody has. I don't feel like there's a lot of people playing this anymore on PC.
Nope.
Is the impression I get.
Is it holding up all right, Gears of War 1?
Yeah, it does look dated when you play it now.
Because this is an upgrade.
Yeah, it still looks very dated.
Yeah.
You know, when you're playing it and you look at the character models and stuff like that, it does.
I'll tell you what, though, when it came out,
it was mind blowing.
This was a fucking beast of a game.
It was mind boggling.
Never seen anything like it, had we? Like this kind of game.
What made me buy the Xbox 360?
Yeah.
It's a good enough reason.
It made a lot of people buy the 360. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, good enough reason to do it.
And then they rinsed it, and no one cares about it no more.
No one cares because the other issue is all the subsequent games they made were very similar to the original one. So it was hard to make. At least with Call of Duty, you can have different settings or different eras and all that sort of stuff. With this, you're stuck, aren't you?
I think they peaked at 3. You know what I mean? I think 3 was a really good entry. It was a really good ending, and Microsoft was like.
And when they introduced Horde mode, that sort of did the trick. Didn't
well,
as well,
2 introduced Horde mode, and 3 introduced Beast mode, which was.
Oh God, it wasn't it? Where I've forgotten about Beast mode.
Yeah, the other ones have been all right. I mean, 4 was fine. 5 was fine. It wasn't anything that blew me away. It's just I'm just kind of done with the whole thing, really. I wish they held off, not released Judgment till 4 or 5, and then made one now. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like by now I would have been really hungry for it. But nah, soz. Oh well.
It was fun when it lasted.
It was fun while and that's it for me. I haven't got anything else to talk about.
Lovely jubbly.
I don't think.
Okay. Well, we know what that means.
We do.
Putting news first.
If there's news, it means news. If not, then it doesn't.
There's a tiny little bit.
A tad.
Tiny bit of news.
Yes, EA have appealed, or were being fined, should I say, but in the Netherlands for selling FIFA loot boxes. So the Ultimate Team Packs. Ultimate Team Packs. They got a €5 million fine.
Damn.
Because loot boxes and anything that was sort of classed as gambling in games was outlawed in the Netherlands in 2018.
Yeah.
So they knew about this. But what they thought they were going to be clever.
Oh, okay.
They were going to be clever because what they thought was that the player packs in Ultimate Teams didn't class quite as a loot box.
They're not loot boxes. They're loot.
It's not a loot box. It's not even. It's a pack. It's not even a crate or a box. So it should be fine.
Get the backs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes, the Netherlands Gambling Association or Anti-Gambling, whatever, decided this was not the case, and this is still classed as gambling because the players you get in these packs is completely random.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get particularly who you want. You're just going to get a random bunch of players, and some of them you might already have, and some you might not. Who knows? So they went, nah, I'll tell you what, we're just going to fine you instead. So that happened. Apparently, the fine hasn't been decided yet. How much? It's between €250,000 and up to a maximum of $5 million.
God damn.
Depending on what they decide. But they've been found guilty. They appealed this. So they went to the sort of Netherlands court and appealed it, and they went, nah, it stands.
Damn.
So you're going to get your fine once it's been decided how much it's going to be.
We ain't playing around with this joke.
Yeah. And apparently they're also, I can't remember which other, there's another country, I think it might be Sweden. But they've done it in another country where they've outlawed loot boxes as well. to try and get around it. So there's potential for another fine from that country also. But they're just dicks, aren't they? They're just, you know what I mean? Look, you just have to take it on the chin that you're not going to be able to sell those things in those countries.
It's just not a thing anymore. No.
And you know what the defense was? The people in those countries now won't get the full experience of the game.
Fuck your experience.
They won't get the full experience now, and it's all that country's fault.
Yeah.
So there's that story. The only other thing I wanted to mention, because I already owe Chinny one lunch now.
Yeah.
But it quite possibly could be 2 lunches. Because we had another bet.
That's right. That's right.
Regarding the next installment of the Elder Scrolls coming to all consoles. Because I said when Xbox bought, or Microsoft, I guess it is Microsoft stroke Xbox, bought Bethesda, that it would still come out on all platforms.
You did. And what did I say, Stuart?
You said it won't. You said it'll be exclusive. Now, subsequently, and since that conversation happened, whatever he's called, Phil, whatever his name is.
Phil No Neck Spencer.
Phil No Neck Spencer to Microsoft said, well, yeah, we can make enough profit off this game without putting it on other consoles. We can just do it ourselves.
I think what actually happened was somebody asked him that question. He says, would Game Pass be financially would the buyout of Bethesda be financially viable if you only released Bethesda games on Game Pass? And he said definitely yes, or something like that.
He said, well, yes, it could be. Yes, it's fine. Anyway, subsequently, since that happened, Todd Howard has come out.
He's gay. Is he gay?
He has. He's come out. Main guy at Bethesda, and he said it would be hard to imagine the Elder Scrolls 6 being a console exclusive. So there's still hope yet.
No. I think
still hope.
I was thinking about this. Right. This is quite a clever position, right? So I'm talking to Duke now, right? In terms of consoles and platforms that people play on, all of the platforms, right? Yeah. Who cares about Bethesda games the most, would you say? As a kind of gut punch instinct, just say
like which platform does?
Like which not platform, but the users of that
player
platform.
Base.
Player base, yeah.
PC?
Correct, I would say. Yes. So I think PC players are very passionate about Bethesda games because they're so heavily modded. They're obviously very, very good, very deep, the console players, there's still a market for the games on the consoles, but the mods are lost with the console players. I know there was Fallout 4 mods and but when you think about it, who is he going to make mad? Phil Spencer here. Who's he going to make mad? Just the Sony players, really, because it'll still be on the PC.
Yeah, no, this is totally true.
So he's not alienated the biggest Bethesda fans. All right, he's only alienated the fans that, well, you know, he can say that he loves games and games are games and all platforms are all groovy, man. But the only ones that he doesn't care about really are the PlayStation ones. So he's pissed off them, but the people that love Bethesda games are the PC players. They're still going to get it. It's going to be released on the PC as well. And then the Xbox exclusive. He's got a banger of an exclusive there. I'm telling you, that was a very clever move.
We'll see. Look, I've still got hope.
What does it care for you? Because you're a big Sony fanboy.
I'm going to buy you freaking lunch.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm not bothered what it comes out of.
Oh, right, okay. Because I'm assuming that you would just play it on the PC, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm not bothered.
Yeah.
I ain't bothered about I'm just bothered about the fucking hell. I'm going to buy you 2 lunches instead of just one.
Yeah. I think a lot of people do say, like, well, why would I buy an Xbox if I can just play everything on the PC? It is interesting because it does create this dynamic of, well, he wins over as long as you buy into the Xbox ecosystem somehow, they win because that's where the money is. The money, these boxes that we buy and put in our house, they're going to be gone. These aren't going to exist soon. You know, I know it's kind of weird to fathom that, but I think that's true. I just don't think we'll have boxes in our houses soon. But for the meantime, as long as you buy into it, he wins. Xbox One.
Well, I mean, look, Chinny, do you remember all those years ago when we started this podcast? We used to have all those conversations about people buying nearly all the games digitally, and we used to go, no, it'll never happen. There'll always be discs. And look at it now.
I don't think I ever did say that.
Yeah, we did. Well, you didn't, but we did have those conversations.
I don't know. I just,
About going digital.
I do truly think one day. I mean, it might be 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is. I think these big boxes that we buy is going to be a very dated way of playing games. Internet's going to get faster. Streaming's going to get better. Everything always gets better when it comes to technology, right? So it's going to go that way. And
Online were onto something all those years ago.
but the people that they go, oh yeah, but I like getting a box. Tough shit. You lose, right? Because the convenience and the money isn't there, right? So what would the developers rather do? What would the publishers rather do? Sell it digitally every day, and the people will go. You know, the younger kids, they play whatever's free, you know, or whatever's available to them, and they drive the market. So, you know, and the other thing about video games these days, and when we started the podcast, Stu, we could keep up with the games.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Almost,
yeah.
but we were kind of on the precipice of it always, like, you know. But now there are games that we don't know about that are fucking like phenomenons that people play and live and love, and we're just kind of like, well, there was only World of Warcraft back in the day, and that was it. But now you're like, you know, Vanquish is one of those games where you're just like, you know, like a lot of people are playing Vanquish. Overwatch, like.
You mean Valorant? You mean Valorant?
Not Vanquish, yeah, Valorant. I did mean Valorant.
So many people playing Vanquish.
Yeah.
I know, but it is a good game.
It is a good game. No, Valorant, like Overwatch, Minecraft, all these like Roblox,
Fortnite.
all this shit, and you're like, we're not even a part of that anymore. Like, it's all segregated off. So, no, and these kids don't care about buying a big box to play that shit on. Do you know what I mean? They just want to play it on a phone, on a PC, whatever. So these consoles are going to go. And that's why Phil Spencer made a genius move, because he just wants people to subscribe to whatever, wherever. Just pay the fucking monthly fee.
Yeah. I think you are right. I think moving into the future, I think it's more likely that consoles are going to die off than PC gaming, for instance.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Because there are always going to be those people who want the biggest, baddest graphics card that'll run everything at whatever the highest resolution at that time is on maxed out settings, because that's what people do who are really...
I think that's... Yeah, no, like the same way I don't think manual cars will ever die. Especially in England. In America, they're a little less common. But you still get them, all right? We don't need manual cars, all right? But people like manual cars. We don't. When we have driverless cars, right? People will buy driverless cars, but people will buy cars because they like driving, and it's the same shit, right? Like, you can't. People still buy vinyl records and whatnot because people just like that stuff. It's a hobby, but the market will be driven by what's popular, what people use, what's cheap.
Yeah, I think the masses, it'll just be an internet connection and a controller.
You'll still get, you might still get like a little box. Someone sells a box somewhere, or nostalgically someone will sell a box, or this box has all the fucking Xbox One games you can buy, or the place that, you know, all that stuff will still happen. But there will be, you know, this fight that we're in right now is Netflix for games. That's all anybody cares about. Google, Amazon, Microsoft and Sony are trying to dip their feet into it, but they can't quite crack it. But that's what everybody's fucking scared of right now, and I think Microsoft are doing a pretty good job of doing it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think they've taken the time, though. I think that's the difference.
They've taken the time, and they've found a really nice middle ground, because we're not quite there yet with the streaming, you know, with Stadia. But we don't...
Yeah, but...
Do you know what I mean? They found like this, just download it. Just download it.
Let's be honest. Who's actually playing Stadia anymore? When was the last time you heard anyone mention Stadia, apart from you just now?
Yeah, but they advertise hard, though. I see advertisements for Stadia on Amazon, on Twitch, on TV. I see advertisements for Stadia. Like, they really are pushing that bastard thing.
It's not working though, is it?
It's not working, but they're trying.
And the reason there's only one. There's one very simple reason it's not working, and it's the model's wrong.
Well, people don't want to buy that shit again, do they?
No. If they'd literally come out with a very similar to Game Pass, you pay a standard amount of, which they could have done. Let's be honest.
You don't have to buy movies on Netflix.
Exactly. Fucking Google is loaded.
Yeah.
You know, they could have taken a hit or worked out the optimal amount of money that they'd have to pay publishers to get their best games on their streaming service and just charge people $10 a month, and people would have paid it.
It is a nuts model. Like, you have to pay £20 a month and pay for the games. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
It is rotten.
It is ridiculous.
But you can never say never, though. That's the thing with Google.
Someone will. I mean, Microsoft, they're doing the Play Anywhere thing, aren't they, or whatever?
Yeah.
But that just comes as part of your Game Pass.
No, it's clever. Microsoft have been very savvy about it. But the thing is, Stadia could. I'm not saying they will. I'm not saying they're going to win or anything like that. I'm just saying Stadia, Google could just come out next week and say, "All right, it's free."
Yeah, but that's the only way at this point that they will get that to actually take off.
But that changes the game quite a lot. You know, if Google said, "Okay, soz, we tried it. It's a £10 a month, but we have a decent library of games coming now, and in a year's time, you never know." You know what I mean? Like, you never know. Like, Steam was a shit show when it got released. It was a shit show. And no one liked it. In 2005, I think it came out. Everybody thought it was garbage or garbage. Look at it now. So it takes time. It takes time.
It does take time, but I think the other issue with Stadia at the moment, there's too much competition.
Yeah,
they've got a lot of competition from all the other stuff that's around at the moment.
I don't know. There's not many. There's only Amazon and Microsoft that are doing the same
but I mean,
thing.
just how you can play games in general, not just streaming games, but just playing games in general.
My issue.
You've got one.
No, my personal. No, I've got the Stadia, but I've stopped the subscription. My personal issue is that games are so disposable now that if I played every game that I own, I would be good for a year. That's the issue, right? And
cheap.
And that wasn't the issue like 10 years ago. You know, wasn't that long ago. But the issue is, all three of us have got, right, we can't buy another game for a year. We'd be fine.
Oh, I've got more games than I could ever play.
So that's the problem, is like, I'm not 15. I don't have the capacity to do it anymore. I can't fit enough hours in the day, and I'll buy more games and never play them. Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know where we started talking about this. I've enjoyed talking about it though.
Yeah,
it is quite interesting.
And I've enjoyed Duke's input.
Indeed, the Phasmophobia update is live, by the way.
Oh, lovely.
I was actually looking at my game list and I'm like, oh, Phasmophobia. It's only 11 megabytes. I don't know what it does. But yes, recently there was a pick your own Lego games on Humble Bundle.
Okay.
So I just bought a shit ton of them for like £5 or something, £6. It wasn't very much.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
you've played one, you've played them all. I don't know. Maybe that's not fair.
I'd agree.
I do agree. But I tried to buy the ones that I've not played, so I bought
It's like what movie do you fancy like the most? Do you know what I mean? Like, and for me, it would probably be the Star Wars ones.
Yeah. Apparently, the Lego Marvel Superheroes is good though, because that's a lot like the like open world thing. It's more of a big open world.
I've played it.
Yeah, so that's meant to be the best.
I played it with little Leo. I went round. Well, like this was about a year ago, and I went around my brother's, and he was like, "Can you play Lego game with me?" I was like, "All right," and it was all open world and stuff. I was like,
"Yeah." So I thought I'll get that one because it's a little bit different to most of the Lego games. Like a bit more like Lego City Undercover.
Yeah.
Right, that's it for news. There isn't any other news.
Wasn't really news, really. It was just banging about.
No, just banging on about shit. Bang on about shit. Right, we've got some emails and we've got a shit ton of speak pipes off just one person. No idea what that's all about, but I guess we'll find out.
Whoa, that ruled.
The first email this evening is off Brian.
Brian, he likes spider webs.
And he says, Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
Hi, chaps.
Hello.
Hi.
Just wanted to drop an email to say I watched the first stream of your Phasmophobia play, and it's one of the funniest things I've seen video games-wise ever.
Yeah, it's good.
Stu with his random ramblings.
Oh, he
Duke
never stops.
I know, yeah. Duke clearly not happy to play the game.
Nope.
And Chidi really trying to actually keep everyone on track.
That's right.
Thank you for the thank you for the 90 minutes of entertainment, Brian. There you go, you see.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks,
Short and
Brian.
sweet. Just how we like it.
In and out.
The next email this evening is off a friend of the show and sometime contributor Armar.
Armor.
Armor.
What's up, Amar? How you living?
And he says, email. Da, 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 da. Good day, fellow veterans.
Yeah.
Good day.
Can I get a whoop whoop from Farmer Duke?
Whoop whoop. I'm a farmer.
There you go.
Yeehaw.
It doesn't get said enough this year, but thank you to all three of you for doing this weekly podcast. It's been a great distraction from the nonsense of 2020.
There's been a lot of nonsense in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would write in and share my experiences as I have bought an Oculus Quest 2 yesterday
Everybody's buying stuff.
after much deliberation. Before this, my experience was a cheap VR headset where you slot your phone in to use its display. I sent this back as it was shit. An HTC Vive 2 years ago, I knew that VR something would change gaming and quickly took it off. Otherwise I would have dropped £1,000 and bought a Vive. Yeah, they were a lot of money when they first came out, weren't they? They weren't cheap. Fast forward 2 years and the Quest 2 at £299 is just awesome. I had the same sense of wonder when I put the Quest 2 on as I did with the Vive, and I was transported to this island apartment place, just looking around and up at the sunset. I can see why Stu is pro VR. It really is brilliant. There you go, you see? Especially since it's also 3D, and we don't have anything 3D anymore. Rest in peace, 3DS, you were brilliant. I was told to ease into VR as it can be disorientating. I do have a slight headache, but that may be due to the fact I did not wear my glasses, naughty boy. Yeah, it's probably the reason I would have thought.
Yes.
And the Quest 2 comes with a glasses spacer. Yes, it does. You just have to put it in. I'm still messing around with it, and we'll probably buy the table tennis game to play Stu, Matt, and a few others, as well as Half-Life Alex, because let's face it, if I don't, Stu will never let it go.
That's right.
No, he
You buy one of them, you've got to play Half-Life Alex.
I could play that game, couldn't I?
You could. And apparently,
that was why you got it.
yeah, apparently even on the lower end PCs, it runs not too bad.
What are you saying?
Well, you know, it's not.
Hold on.
What?
You were begging to come round my house and play that.
I know. I would have put up with it. I would have put up with it. But anyway. The immersion is one-to-one tracking. The refresh rate is just spot on and will distract me until the Series X is launched, and I plan to get one. I know there are no exclusives, but there is something about a new-gen console release for me. Has always been a bookmark in my life and the start of a new one. The last gen started when my son was born, and the previous one just before my daughter arrived into this world. Time before that, when I got a job and moved, and the time before that was when I go into uni. Anyways, I'm waffling on. So my real question is this. The last 3 or 4 console release cycles, did they coincide with anything memorable in your life? What were the three of you up to when the consoles hit?
All I really remember is
I don't know. I'd have to have a look what the release date was for these things. I can't remember. Let me have a look.
2005. I can tell you, don't look. So 2005 was the Xbox 360. 2006 was the PlayStation 3. 2007, I think, or maybe 2006 was the Nintendo Wii. 2013 was the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and 2020 is the new ones. Switch is 16, I think, or 17.
Right, check it out.
So 2005, what was you doing?
I don't know, working.
I just started teaching at the school where I'm at.
Hmm.
So there
Well,
was
that's
that.
quite memorable, I guess.
What was I doing?
I don't
was,
remember anything super memorable.
I was working at a place called Telewest.
Oh God.
Telewest, which is now Virgin Media, and I remember I wasn't that bothered about video games at the time, and I remember somebody in the office was talking about it. It was like, oh, I was thinking about getting one of those 360s. I was like, oh yeah, and it didn't even cross my mind to get one. I was like, oh okay, cool.
That's funny.
And I wasn't that into it. And then for my 21st birthday, my mum asked me, "Oh, what do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, "Oh, I might get a 360." Like, kind of stuck in my head that like it was about a year later. I was like, "Yeah, I might get a 360." And that was 2006 was when Gears of War came out as well, so I probably saw an advert for that. And then from then on, I was like, "Oh my god, why did I?" Because from about 16 to 21, I didn't really play video games very much. I kind of went off them, which I think is normal.
Yeah, I think you get life happens, doesn't it? Stuff happens.
Look, a whole world opens out to you, doesn't it? When you leave school and things like that, and you're like, oh shit, like I'm doing all these different. I was out quite a lot. I used to go to clubs and stuff.
You're gay.
That's really immature, Duke. You know.
Yeah.
Like gay people have come a long way. For you to just make that joke,
Yeah,
lowers
shallow joke.
Just
I've really abased the whole show.
stand in the corner, Duke. Yes, so that's what I was doing. 2013, I wasn't doing anything exciting. I just remember I was living at home with my mum and dad.
I have no idea what I was doing in 2000.
I remember buying it, but I think I bought it in 2014.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I remember going to the launch of the Xbox One with Marsh, and he bought it, and I remember thinking, I'm glad I didn't buy one because there's not a lot out for this fucking thing. And he was playing Dead Rising 3, and I was like, I'm good, I'm fine. So, yep. So nothing.
And it's even worse. It's even worse this time around.
It's even worse now. So it never really fell on landmarks. Games that Fallout 4 landed on the time where I moved house. So my memory of Fallout 4 is me sitting in the living room with barely any furniture in there playing Fallout 4. Yeah, there's like GTA 4. That was when I first met you, Stu.
Yes.
And GTA 4 came out. So there's games that I associate with times in my life, but not console. Nothing really happens during these console generations. I suppose this one would be lockdown, wouldn't it? That's the only thing really.
COVID.
Yeah, second lockdown. Yeah, that's the only thing that's really going on.
By the way, there's a little bit of a service announcement I've got here for you, by the way. Bit of a service announcement. If you've got a Xbox Series X pre-ordered game, or presumably this also applies to the PS5.
Yes.
If you've already paid in full, so you haven't just put a deposit down, if you've paid in full, you can just go and pick it up on launch day.
Dude.
Apparently.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
If you've not paid in full, then you've got to, if you don't go and pay in full between now and obviously lockdown when they have to shut up shop, you're going to then have to wait till the 2nd of December when lockdown ends to go and get it.
Damn.
So a bit of advice, if you've got one pre-ordered with game, you need to, and you haven't paid in full for it yet, you need to go and pay for it before lockdown to be able to get it on launch day.
And you want it on launch day, people. Don't wait.
Well, I'll say you've got to pay for it now. Go to the shop tomorrow.
I wonder why that is. Is it because technically the store pays for them?
No, yes. So basically, what happens is if you've pre-ordered one with game, they get delivered to the store for you to pick up.
Right.
Now, if we're in lockdown, when you're supposed to be picking that up and paying for it, they can't take the payment because technically they're supposed to be closed.
Aha!
You can collect it, but you can't pay.
Fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that's a reason.
Fair enough.
I assume that's a reason. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that.
Don't buy one and just hold out. It will be worth it.
Well, this only applies to people who pre-ordered them. So
cancel your pre-order.
They're already committed, man. They're committed.
Cancel it.
So there you go. So I thought I might as well talk about that whilst we
Cool.
mentioned it. Lunches. And then he finishes up. Shout out to the Duchess for her beatboxing, the real star of the podcast.
Yeah.
Take it easy, guys. Sorry for the long email. Much love, Armar. So thank you, Armar.
No worries, Omar. Just don't do it again.
Next email this evening is from Jason.
Blah, 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 blah.
And he says this: I own it digitally.
Okay.
Yeah, it says, "Hey, elderly gentlemen.
Hello, hello.
I haven't listened in a while. Why not?
I don't know.
I don't know what we say to that. I don't know what else we can say to that. So I missed any incredible game. Now's your time to shine, Stu. Tell us about it. Shut up, Duke. I don't know. Have I played anything weird you like? It's probably. Can't remember, though. It's been a few shows since then.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, just games. Just find one you like. Play that. Warning for those thinking of surgery for whatever reason. Most of the time, you don't think of surgery. You just have to have it done.
I'm always thinking of it.
Yeah, I'm always thinking, should I have a spleen taken out?
Yeah.
No. Should I have some sort of thumb rotation done just for the sake of it?
I was buying some paint from Wix the other day, and I was like, surgery.
Maybe I should have something stitched up or cut open. Don't know. I had to go to ride in an ambulance the day after I got home from hospital. Apparently, they put a gas inside your body. I had plenty of my own, but that's part of the procedure. It was stuck in my shoulder and painful. When I woke up the next day, I couldn't breathe as the gas was in my abdomen.
Ugh.
God.
I'm all better now, but it's just a warning. So if you're going to have surgery, don't have gas. I'm not sure what he means. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but some sort of gas was presumably put in his body. Who
Well,
knows?
you worked in a hospital for a long time.
I don't remember anyone having gas pumped into them, though.
No.
Don't remember that. I had no idea this would happen, and I thought it was dying. Be careful.
Aw.
Now on to I own this digitally. Do you? Amazon says you don't. Don't believe me? Google that shit. I like physical media. I love holding a book, a family photo, a game, whatever. Digital is great when you get a good deal. But I still think we should be able to rent a game like a movie. Fuck subscriptions. Game Pass isn't a bad investment if you have free time and want to play those games. I only want the games I want, not the ones rotating through a subscription. I'm currently playing Red Dead and Odyssey because I wanted them. Game Pass has great games, just not the ones I want. Good luck to us all. The markets are crashing and the election could be wild. If you'd like to digitally download the veteran gamers, I'd say it's not a bad deal at all. Just remember, you don't own them.
Own it. There
You
you
don't
go.
own them, Jason. Oh, and Odyssey is good. I love a good night mission on a boat. Beautiful game.
He's calling you out. Shots fired, baby.
I don't say it. It definitely does have its moments where it looks quite nice. I'll give it that. But it's fucking boring.
Hey-o.
Final email tonight is off Jay, and he says this: my review of Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Okay, let's hear it, Jay.
So, after many hours of turmoil, actually getting the bastard to work, I finally found myself greeted with a gorgeous vista. What a good-looking game this is, I thought. My new PC made light work of the many demands of this game. I was made up to finally be able to play this and sit in an actually beautifully rendered cockpit. And so I began. I looked around. I pressed some buttons indiscriminately, made Master Alarms wail for reasons beyond my understanding, and generally failed to fly or even move the plane in the slightest. So I opted for the tutorial, a masterclass of learning about everything that was wrong with playing this game using only the keyboard. Hint, only attempt this if you have some kind of qualification in rocket science. Flying the plane this way was like trying to solve an equation whilst driving your car down the motorway using only your mouth. Fuck this game. Game uninstalled. Sanity regained.
Nice.
Fast forward a few weeks later.
Uh-oh.
I bought an Xbox controller for my PC. So I thought, I'll try again.
Try again.
Eureka! The controller really helped control the plane and made the game instantly playable. So
There
I
you go.
plotted a course from Heathrow to Liverpool. It quoted 38 minutes. I got the plane up, got it on course, and then realised 5 minutes into the flight, flying planes without the option of attacking others or jumping out of it with a big bastard gun is somewhat boring.
Yes.
Even
you.
dive bombing Birmingham didn't quash my boredom. So in conclusion, flying planes on predetermined routes with no promise of any sort of violence is boring. The end. You're welcome, Jay.
Thank you, Jay. We agree.
Wow. Well, you do. I don't.
I agree.
Yeah. Not.
Shut up. What do you
Jay,
two
I
know?
both agree.
What do you two know? I just enjoy the journey. I like the journey. I like looking at the scenery, so I'm fine with it. Look, different things for different strokes for different folks, as they say.
Yeah,
There you go.
boring games for boring people.
Oh, you're so funny. And that's it. So now we've got the ramblings of Derek coming up, I believe.
Oh, snap. The
All
ramblings.
8 of them.
Get ready, people. Here comes some Derek ramblings.
Yeah.
Type. It's the way to leave a message for us.
Can I just say before you play them, Duke? Derek has said in the chat, a quick speak pipe clue, Stu. I have sobered up since earlier today. Hopefully my speak pipes aren't too drunken since. I guess we'll find out.
Guess we'll find out.
Wow.
Okay, so.
So is that it? Is it just silence?
Yeah, it's just silence. That's all. No, hang on
Wow.
a second. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. We got some speak pipes. You ready, everybody? Here it comes. How do I know which one's the first? I don't know.
It's the first one I sent you, presumably.
Yeah. Okay. So here it is. This is 37 seconds.
Dude, 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 dude.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, dude, dude.
Are you drunk, Derek?
What's drunk? You just did what you want to just said.
Shh.
Hello, there's Mr. Says again, and that sounds the alarm sound from my oven, actually. But means I've been having too much alcohol and there's been too much heat in the kitchen.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I left the oven on by mistake, and that's about it. So,
Wow.
Wow. Well, there you go.
I
There's
can't wait for the rest of these.
until the second one comes through.
Well, here we go.
We're just getting started, people. Strap in.
hello, this is Derek Says again. That's now, what is this? 7:16 on the 1st of November 20. I haven't burnt the house down. I did some beef burgers, some hot dogs, some sausage rolls.
Oh dear.
I was going to have some stuff, but I left the oven on too long and set the alarm off.
I'm sorry.
And I'm still alive. Blah, 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 blah.
That's fine.
Not very interesting. I just say, keep on gaming.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
I can't
2.
wait. Come on, let's get another one.
Comes 3.
Hey, veteran gamers, it's Derek Says again. It's 7:20ish, and I think I'm a little bit more sober than I was when I sent my last message. So I just say, what will I say? New consoles are due very shortly. It's all a bit of a mess.
Yes.
Things are a bit of a mess. The world's a bit of a mess.
I don't think he sounds any more sober.
On gaming. I think that's it. Yeah, I think I'll do.
All right. Here comes
He
number
still
4.
sounds totally pissed.
Hey, veteran gamers, it's Derek Says again. It's now 7:20ish and stuff. You may think I'm sounding a little bit drunk on my last 3 speak pipes.
That's
and
fine.
You're probably right, because I was.
Nope.
I probably am drunk now, but
You're good.
well, who knows?
Who cares?
Have I got anything to say on this one? Not really. That's it.
Okay. Here comes
Brilliant.
5.
God, a final speak pipe tonight.
You think?
Don't make food when you're drunk because you'll set the fire alarm off.
Just
in
order
your
a pizza.
house, which is what I did. I'm just looking at the results of the. We've got some Yes, some sausages in the frying pan, and they're not looking good, and they don't taste good. I'm gonna have to chuck them out. So my final, my final warning: if you're having some alcohol, don't make any food at the same time because it will end in a bad situation. And that is it. So keep on, don't making food when you're drunk.
Keep on.
I'm loving this. You should do this every week.
Yeah,
It's
this is
funny.
great. Yeah.
Number 6.
Podcast gold.
Hello, Buttinghamers. It's Derek Staines again. And I'm fairly sober. It's now 50-ish on Sunday, the 1st of November, 2020. And I'm watching the film Drive with Ryan Gosling and Bryan Cranston.
I've never seen
I'm
it.
quite
Oh,
enjoying it.
good film.
It's almost the end. I'll probably tune into the Veteran Gamers podcast very shortly.
Oh, dear.
Well, that's it. Speak Type number 6. Nothing more to say.
Now 7 is lost to the age.
I got a
of
word 7. I got no 7.
Yeah, we didn't get 7. So who knows what it's on 7? All the
that's
cool
right.
stuff is on 7.
Maybe the issue here, he just labelled it wrong because he was pissed.
Maybe
Maybe there was no 7.
This is Derek Staines again with yet another Speak Pipe today, 1st of November. I realised looking at the clocks, I forgot to put one of my clocks back an hour, so it's actually an hour before. So it's only 8 o'clock on a Sunday evening. I've just finished watching the movie Drive, as I think I said my last Speak Pipe, with Ryan Gosling and Bryan Cranston. But I was thinking, who is the coolest actor you've seen recently? Probably Ryan Gosling for me. He's a bit of a more understated. Oh God, what's he called again? The one who does Deadpool. I can't think of his name now.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I was going to say it's another
Ryan
Ryan.
Reynolds. That's it. He got the same first.
How weird.
So, who is the coolest actor, actress you've seen recently? And that is it. So, keep on gaming.
That's interesting.
And that's all of them, isn't it? That's a lot now, isn't it? We're all done.
Yes, that's all of them. Thank you, Derek. I'm a big fan of Michael B. Jordan. I think he's really good.
He is good, isn't he?
I like.
Oh, you like this story? There's a Radio 1 extra DJ. I forgot her name, but she met Michael B. Jordan at a premiere or something, and she shares a lot of her conversations with her mom. She's got a very funny mom, and she replies funny things and stuff. And she took a picture of her with Michael B. Jordan and said, "Oh, this is a guy that I met, and I took him to an event." Yeah. And straight away, the mom said, "Where's he from? What's his job?" And it just said that, and I think he said that. Oh, he's a lawyer or something like that, and he's from Barbados. And she says, "That's okay. We're all African inside." And then just that was it. But yeah, it was Michael B. Jordan. But yeah, I agree. Michael B. Jordan is very cool. I think Ryan Gosling is one of my favorite actors at the moment.
He's good. He was great in Half Nelson.
Well, I watched The Big Short recently, and
that's also.
And it's a great movie, and Ryan's brilliant in it. I love it.
Yeah, I think Idris Elba is one of my favorite actors around at the moment.
He's good.
After watching The Wire recently, I was like, he's so good.
Have you watched Luther?
Yeah, apparently it's very good. I haven't. No. My wife has, and I haven't.
I like the first episode of Luther, but here's the thing: we're watching The Deuce right now.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is a show about the sort of earliest days of adult filmmaking in New York, and there's a number of actors who are also in The Wire.
That's right. A lot of them are in there, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. So every once in a while, a new character shows up, and you're like, "Oh my God, it's Lester Freeman! Oh my God, it's D'Angelo Barksdale!"
It's like Marlowe's in there as well, isn't he? Is Marlowe in that?
I don't think so. I know Chris and Slim Charles are in it.
Oh, okay.
Marlowe might be in it. I don't know.
I thought it was Marlowe. Maybe not. Yeah, but
it's really, really good. We just finished the first season, and it's he knows how to tell a story. He does a great job of showing people overcoming but not being able to escape systems. And
it's the same guy who wrote it, isn't it?
Yeah, David Simon.
Yeah.
And some of the same production team, and they do a great job. It's also Treme. They did Treme about New Orleans, and it's just they're such good storytellers. So yay!
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
Other actors.
Yeah, I like Emma Stone. I enjoy whatever Emma Stone's in.
I like Lily Taylor. She's a indie actor. She's really awesome. She was in I Shot Andy Warhol.
There's what's her name? She's British though, so I don't think Duke will know who it is. What's her name? She was in 2 Pints of Lager and a Packet of Crisps, Stu. Young girl.
I can't remember what she's called.
No, what's her name? What is her name? She's great, whatever her name is. Natalie Cassie, is it? No. I don't know, but everything she's in. I love her. She's great. Is it Sheridan Smith? That sounds right, doesn't it? Sheridan
I don't
Smith.
like Sheridan Smith.
I think she's so funny. Sheridan Smith. She's brilliant. She's brilliant. I think she's great.
I didn't like all the singing stuff she did.
Yeah, well, she did theatre a lot, didn't she? So
I know, yeah. I was just like, I'm not into that.
you can't beat a bit of Leo, I say. I love Leonardo. Anything he does.
Oh yeah,
he's the coolest man in the world, I think.
He is.
Don't know. That's about it, really. Oh, what's sad about Sean Connery.
Oh yeah. Oh bless him.
No, that was a cool. I said to Tara, "Oh, Sean Connery's died," and she's like, "Oh no." So I was like, "Do you know what Sean Connery looked like when he was young?" And she was like, "No." And I showed him a picture. I showed her a picture of what he used to look, and she was like, "Oh my god, like he was so beautiful."
Well, that's funny you should say that, right? Because Millie obviously didn't know what he looked like when he was younger either.
Yeah.
And obviously there was like a bit of a montage on the telly, for his death and everything.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Hey, he was really good looking, wasn't he?" When
He was. He was a very good looking chap. Very good looking.
So that was quite funny to hear my daughter describe Sean Connery as a good looking chap.
He also said it was good to hit women, but whatever. He eventually changed his ways. But
it was the 60s.
No, I'm sorry, I don't buy that. Like,
I'm joking, Dick. I'm joking.
It was fine. That's what everybody did.
Fine. It was fine.
I love the fact Duke thought you were being serious.
It was the 60s.
Oh, well, I appreciate it was a long time ago. But...
They used to burn innocent.
I'm just like, fuck that.
They used to burn innocent women because they used to think they were witches. It was the 1700s.
It was fine.
It was fine. A bit of burning of innocent women. No, terrible stuff. But yeah, sad about Sean. But
yeah. Oh,
cool.
Although we watched new Halloween again last night, the newest one, and Jamie Lee Curtis is a cool character.
She was a bit of a fox when she was younger.
Badass.
In True, I fancied her in True Lies. Jamie Lee Curtis, I have to say.
Oh yeah, that's the funniest thing ever. That be sexy.
Yeah,
the sexy dance. Who could ever forget?
And that apparently that fall was real. That she does. That's a real fall.
Yeah, she actually tripped up on purpose. Not on purpose.
No, yeah, that was a genuine fall that she did.
That's brilliant.
And Arnie apparently broke character and laughed. I think we've answered that question.
Yeah, I think we have.
So,
and I think that's it. I think it's some shout-outy time, isn't it? Shouty-outy, timey-imey.
No, we got Discords.
Oh, God, we got Discords. Go, Discord.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things going on here, people.
Discord. Discord.
We have a message from the one Wilson.
Wilson.
He says, "Is there anything we can do about these eBay sculptors fucks? Scalpers. Sorry, sculptors. That's a better one.
Sculptors. They're going to make statues of everything.
Yeah, there's just somebody who sells sculptures on eBay. Go, what did I do wrong? Yes, scalpers and bots buying everything up and selling them for 10 times the price for more than retail. They should be buried under a jail. Not just buried, but under a jail, says the one. Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Wow.
put in a jail, but under the jail.
So do you think we can do anything about it? I don't know if he means us three in particular or as a whole.
I hope not, because there's nothing I can do about that shit.
I don't know how anyone can do much about it, apart from eBay themselves by banning bots being
It
used to buy.
always starts with the seller. It has to. They have to put things in
Measures
place. Yeah,
to stop it.
yeah, and they will eventually do it if enough people complain. So the best thing you can do is complain about it.
So I'm always
Well,
saying,
But these bots just get more sophisticated. They'll put some measures in place, and then these bots, people will program a way around those measures.
Why
That's
haven't
what
they figured out a bot to paint my bathroom? That's what
I know,
I'm
that would be
pissed off
better.
about.
That would literally be
You know.
better.
Jesus Christ.
So I don't know. I agree they're a pain, but also there is an issue with like suppliers not having enough stuff available.
Yeah.
If for instance, if there was enough 3070 and 3080 and 3090 cards, then this wouldn't be a problem. If there was enough Series X's available at launch, it wouldn't be a problem.
Mm.
And so on and so forth. And that's the issue. They want to, in a way, this is kind of better for the suppliers, because they're like, well, the less of these things that are available, the more people will want them.
yeah, it's
Mm.
artificial scarcity.
Yeah, and that's what happens. So it is what it is. It's hard to fix.
Okay, sorry, One Wilson, but we didn't fix it. GH Rocker in the chat says favorite things to watch on YouTube. Duke.
I just mostly watch YouTube video or like music videos. That's most of what I use YouTube for. I know there's a lot of other stuff out there, but I don't really watch it.
Stu, do you watch anything on YouTube? I don't think you do. Do you?
I do. I have a thing, and I think I've talked about this before. I have a thing about unexplained stuff.
Oh.
So when you get these compilations of people just going missing.
Yeah.
Like there's one of a dude who walks out of an airport, like goes in an airport, walks around a bit, walks out, and no one ever saw him again.
Yeah.
And no one knows what happened.
You know who that was? That was Phil Spencer.
That was Phil Spencer.
Yeah.
I like those sorts of things, like just unexplained shit.
Yeah.
So I'm quite like watching those. I quite like watching tornado footage.
Oh, really?
I have a thing, especially on the telly in 4K.
Yeah.
I have a thing about watching tornadoes because I find them fascinating.
Interesting.
I find them quite fascinating. What else? I don't watch tons on YouTube. I watch quite a lot of DJ sort of tips and stuff like that on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
Which obviously just to sort of get better at DJing.
Yeah.
And what else do I watch? And obviously quite a bit of Quest stuff. So I quite often watch some of the Quest stuff. There's some quite good people on there telling you about Quest stuff and what's new and what's upcoming. So I tend to watch a bit of that.
Cool. Yeah.
I think you're the biggest YouTube watcher out of us three, aren't you?
Yeah,
You
I
like-
watch a lot on YouTube. Yeah, I watch pretty much anything that YouTube throws at me. To be fair, that's the thing with YouTube. You just don't know what you're gonna. You click on YouTube and you just go, right, what weird shit am I going to end up on? And some good channels that I like watching is I'd never know how to pronounce it, but Vertasium or something like that. And he talks about physics and stuff like that. I quite like that one. Tom Scott, I don't know if you've heard of Tom Scott, but he's a very clever British chap. And he talks about, for example, there's a video on his YouTube channel, and he says this video has exactly 2,700,462 views, and it does. That's true. And you're like, well, how does he do that then? So he's very clever. Then I watch a lot of snooker stuff. I'm getting snooker coaching, by the way. Probably won't happen. My next one is next week. But my snooker coach I found on YouTube, and he's quite local to me, which is fun. And he does some great videos, and I watch those. And there's another snooker coach that he's in London now, and I watch those and I learn from those. I watch a lot of compilations of comedians. So I'm a big fan of Bill Burr, Ricky Gervais, and that kind of stuff. Yeah. What else? Yeah, the other things which I'm not proud of watching is watching people die inside videos. So it's like they're called
like being hurt, or
like people
like
like
exact moment when his heart breaks in half.
Yeah, like it's like moments when I don't know. Somebody opens a can of pop and it goes everywhere, and their face is like, oh fucking hell.
So let me get this straight, right?
They're just
You revel in other people's misery.
Yeah.
We all do it. Don't act like you don't do it, Stuart.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't do that. I don't go searching for videos on YouTube
Well, you
to
don't go
find
searching
videos
for it, but if
of
it showed up in
people
front of you, you would.
dying inside.
No, but they're quite funny though. Like they're not like
Dying inside.
no, it's just like something slightly funny happens to them, and it's quite
Oh
embarrassing. for them.
shit! Here's a video of someone who just lost their parent.
No,
Oh,
no,
watch that.
no,
Wow,
What are you saying? Lost
No.
their parents.
that's how it sounds.
no.
Okay,
It's
well, you
not.
got it wrong in your head. That's okay. It happens.
No, it's like I don't know. Somebody cleans a car, and then like somebody like a bird does a massive shit on it. It's that kind of stuff, you know. It's like,
Oh, okay, a bit more light-hearted then.
it's funny stuff. Yeah, it's funny stuff.
Wow.
That's about it really. And John Oliver, I watched a lot of last week tonight on YouTube. Yeah,
He's so good.
he's
I love
brilliant.
that man.
He's brilliant.
Yep.
Yep.
By the way, Derek says, and this is probably to do with his drunkenness, if I'm being totally honest.
Could be.
But Derek says, I ordered a £500 PS5 sculpture by mistake.
What?
I don't think he did. I think it's a joke on Ginny saying sculpture.
Oh, we have more questions on the
Instead of
Discord.
scalper.
We'll do these quick. My tainted brain says, "How big is your pile of shame? Which platform have you invested in games the most?" I think for YouTube, it's going to be PC, right?
Yeah, it's a virtual pile of shame.
So just reel some games off the top of your head. Go, piles of shame. Go.
Oh God, let me have a look. I can have a look actually.
I need to keep playing that Scrapknot game, the demo,
Yeah.
and the project, and Assassin's Creed Liberation,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Just Cause 4,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I'm sure there's others, but
Yep.
I can't think of them.
Yep.
I've got Danganronpa, all the Danganronpa games. I've only played one of them a bit.
Gangnam Style. Yeah.
Gangnam Style. I've got Dead Island Riptide. Never played it.
Yep.
Dead Rising 3. I don't think I ever played that.
No, I've got that behind me as well.
What else have I got? I've just got so many games on here. I bought Elite Dangerous in a sale for the P. I already owned it, and then it was on sale somewhere else. I'm like, oh, I'll get that because I'll play that then because I've got it on Steam. I've never even downloaded it or anything. It's just on there. I know, it's terrible, aren't we?
For me, I got Mafia 1, I got Mafia 2, I've got Uncharted 4, Uncharted Collection 1, 2, 3, Horizon Zero Dawn. Fucking hell, it's depressing when I actually label them. Evil Within, Dead Rising 3 is behind me, Dead Rising 4 is on Game Pass that I'd quite like to play. Quite a lot. Quite a lot.
Yeah, here's another good one. I bought Just Cause 2 because there was a Just Cause 2 multiplayer mod.
Yeah.
So I only bought it to play the multiplayer mod and then never played it.
That's right.
So I've still got both of those there. Never played it. Tell you, we're terrible, aren't we?
Well, you are.
Awful.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You know you
Yeah,
are.
yeah, I am. You just buy shit for the sake of buying shit. No?
Okay, and then the other one, X Rider just says Xbox Series unboxing videos? Question mark.
No.
No.
No,
I think, Ginny, if you were getting one, you'd probably do one for a grin.
for a lols. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
understood the appeal of unboxing videos.
I'm
And
gonna,
here's the plug. And here's the cord.
yeah.
I've only ever watched one once, and you know why I watched it?
Why is that?
Because I was taking what I can't remember. It was my original PS4, but I watched it so I knew how everything went back in the box to take it to CEX.
There you go.
There you go.
and that's the only reason I watched an unboxing video, just so I knew how to put everything back in the box.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
you
us.
watched the reboxing video.
Yeah.
That's it for Discord. So I think that's the show.
All right, that's the show.
That's it. We're done.
Shout-outs.
Oh no, we got shout out.
Oh God, we still got shout outs.
time for a shout out.
Hey! Shout outs. I don't know, Chinny, you can go first. Do it.
Well, naturally, I shout out the Patreons because it's an easy one. So shout out to Doop-billy-doop-billy-doo. Deck, Steve, Kev, John, Adam, Armar, Christian, Matt, Robert, Nigel.
Give us the money.
Give us some money. Not obligated. And
Giving us
yeah, you know, you could, if you think, oh, I ain't joining every month, you could do 1 month and then just cancel it if you like. It's up to you.
Yeah, why not?
It's up to you. But it just, you know, we're gonna let that pot build, and then buy Duke an Oculus Quest for a laugh. No,
Make
we
him
won't.
wear it. Make him wear it. I think that would be a good investment just for the grin.
No, I'm working on some designs for some stuff. Ooh. So that's what I'm working on. So it takes time, but just be patient for the people who are holding out.
Stuff's coming. Stuff's coming.
Stuff's coming. So yeah, all good.
Stuff's coming. I'm going to shout out Steve, Obbs,
Oh,
and
Steve,
Jay.
laugh. You know, Steve's a good guy. You know.
Steve, Jay, for the fun ghost hunting on Wednesday. We had some good fun doing that. So yeah, properly do it again. We'll have a laugh. We'll see if we can get some sort of haunted psychiatric hospital next time. Who knows? So that's who I'm shouting out. And that's me done. So over to you, Duke.
Yeah, it's time for me. I'm going to shout out John Mouse because he just played Dear Esther. He posted on Twitter about, I just got done with Dear Esther. And I said, or I guess Jay said, how is it? And, sorry, hang on a second. I got to pull up the thing. Yeah, Jay said, any good? And I said, no, it's garbage. John said, it's not great. Tries very hard to be a clever story and fails at even being much of a story at all. Thank you. Agreed. I'm glad to hear we're on the same page, John.
Piece of
Tainted Brain and Phil Olson on Twitter. And yeah. Bongo, you know, I love you, Bongo. You're my brother, but god damn, man. Have some intellectual honesty.
No, he just does it to wind people up, though, let's be honest.
And Antonio, always good for a laugh and, you know, amusing and thoughtful stuff on Twitter. And everybody listening, thank you for listening, people, whether live or on recorded versions. We love to hear you listen.
We do. We do.
I don't know how you hear.
Yeah, is that it? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
Good night, everybody.
If you like this podcast, there is another site you should check out, which is called VGHub.net.
Just go to VGHub.net.
Yeah,
Not playing the whole thing. Stop listening to this show. Straight off Man, the gaming suggestions Reddit is weird. There's always people like, I wanted it to be this and this, but not that, and have this other thing in it, and also this. It's like, there's no game like that, dude. But it's funny because those, you know, they become more and more niche because there's so many games out that do have a lot of things like that. So.
Well, this is a trouble, isn't it? People come up with an original idea and then it takes them that long to get it to market that other people have already done it by the time that comes out. I mean, a classic example of that was very early on in the Xbox's life cycle. There was a game, I can't remember, was it called Frontier or something like that? I can't remember what it was called, but it was by, or is that the name of the company? The company that makes, oh God, gone completely blank now. I know, isn't it great? So there you go.
Well, I was just going to say, like, how angry must the developers of the Outer Worlds and the Outer Wilds have been when their two games came out at the same time with the same goddamn name?
What a
well, nearly the same name.
Wow, yeah.
The makers of Elite Dangerous, that's who I was thinking of.
I mean, seriously, at some point when you make, sorry, hang on a second, Stu. When you make a game called The Outer Worlds, and then like halfway through you find out there's another game from a pretty significant developer called The Outer Wilds coming out at the same time, don't you just say, let's call ours the beyond these worlds or something. I mean, make a change of some kind.
Yeah, but it's so difficult when they're that close to release. They can't just suddenly change the name of the game.
I guess I just
The Outer Wilds came out first, by the way, and it was a little indie developer, so it's not even like a big development studio.
They thought it wouldn't even show up on the radar. I don't know.
Well, no, it's a very critically acclaimed game.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't know. Trying to put.
But yeah, I'm gonna have a look now. But it's Frontier Developments who made Elite Dangerous, and then in the very very early days of the Xbox, they were meant to be making an open world game, a lot like sort of, well, it sounded a lot like Watch Dogs.
Huh.
So you played as like as a spy who was on the run from the government or something. So and they,
you know, it came out this year, right? So you owe Chinny a lunch.
What's that? Oh, I know. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not forgotten.
I'm sure you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want you to try to get
But
away
that-
with paying up your debt.
But that sort of never came out because by the time it was supposedly going to get developed, so loads of other people. Oh, The Outsider, that's what it was called.
Okay.
The Outsider, it just got cancelled, and then there was a ton of those type of open world games came out.
Yeah.
But it looked cool. I remember seeing it in Xbox 360 user magazine or whatever and going, this looks amazing.
That doesn't sound like you.
I know. It sounded nothing like me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got to play this game. It looks brilliant. And then it never came out.
And then Duke said the show is over.
Yeah, he did.